Yeah, LSU after dark. Bass echo in the tunnels. Vatos locos. You already know. LolCow vatos loco, come chill with the crew. Couple wild cholos, yeah, we breaking the rules. Down in the crib where the echoes all boom. Trying through the LCU, make a legend real soon. Make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon. LolCow vatos locos, candle low, lights dim. Laughing at the world while the walls cave in. From the shadows to the stage, yeah, we all break through. Crib door slam, screaming LCU. Posted in the crib where the air stay cold. Concrete dreams and the stories get bold. Graffiti on the walls, time stuck on pause. Laugh track bouncing off the outlaw laws. TechProtect with the circus on lock. Brain wild like a glitch in the block. Talking big plans, scheming real loud. Laugh now, cry, let the whole room go proud. P.O. rolling in, calm but sharp. Eyes like a spark in the middle of dark. Every word land heavy, every bar got weight. Underground kings, yeah, we tempting fate. LolCow vatos loco, come chill with the crew. Couple wild cholos, yeah, we breaking the rules. Down in the crib where the echoes all boom. Tryna throw the LCU, make a legend real soon. LolCow vatos locos. Shadows on the wall from the jokes to the chaos. Yeah, we love it all. Hands up, fists high, screaming who's who. Whole crib chanting back LCU. Late night laughter, echo chamber vibes. Memes turn myth when the moment arrives. They said we fade, we just multiply. Turn side Alex into battle cries. Crib so loud with the bassline hum. Old school soul with the snap of a drum. Culture stitched in the rhyme and the tone. Brown pride pulse in the mirror and bone. No gold chains, but the weight still heavy. Truth in the jokes, yeah, the edge stay ready. From throwaway laughs to a flag we flew. Turn low in the legend as LCU. Candles flicker, walls breathe. Hold the ground move when the beat hit freeze. Laugh through the madness, dance with the doom. Every step echo boom, boom, boom. LolCow vatos loco, come chill with the crew. Couple wild cholos, yeah, we breaking the rules. Down in the crib where the echoes all boom. Tryna throw the LCU, make a legend real soon. Make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon. LolCow vatos loco. LolCow vatos loco. LolCow vatos loco. Nights stay raw from the crib to the cloud, breaking every law. Say it real loud if you know it's true. Vatos loco forever.
LCU.
TechProtect. P.O. And LolCow Crips. Certified. LCU till the lights go out. Ha.
Well, good morning, LCU. Of course, it is me, TechProtect. Look, there I am. Oh, nope, there I'm not. Looks like I'm here. Hello. We don't have Jaffe. We don't have Grim. We don't have Kimmy. It is just me, and I'm chilling at the producer's site, waiting for someone to join in. No one's joining in. How are y'all doing today? Let's see if I can make my face bigger. Can I make my face bigger? Bam! Look, here we go. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Tech needs to stop drinking for sure. Definitely need to stop drinking. We're gonna be sober today, just in case. Just in case. That way, my actions can be, classified as reasonable without people judging whether the alcohol was an influence on what I'm doing. Live chair reaction, hell yeah. When's the fight? The fight was supposed to be later today. Looks like it is no longer later today. Seems like, oh, we don't have the right equipment for this. If you use what we have here, it's not going to be a good fight. I'm all game, right? Obviously, if you guys seen what happened yesterday, I'm a little upset, right? Who wouldn't be upset? This just been kind of fucking cringe. Nightmare's been rah-rah. I wanted to fight everybody at Fat Camp. He laid hands on Boogie yesterday. I want to lay hands on him tonight. But, oh no, the equipment's not going to be available for us to fucking do anything. I think I just order the equipment. I think that's what I should do, is just order the equipment, have Keemstar approve it, give the check mark, and then we do a real fucking fight in the grass. But he's been, someone says fuck the gloves. I told him I'll do fucking bare knuckle. I don't care. Like, at this point, he needs to be put down a peg, because he's constantly on this fucking, I'm this big boy, I can do what I want, I say what I want, blah 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 blah. I don't know what the conversation was with Nightmare and Keem overnight. Obviously, I went to bed right after that whole incident on Cracked. And I wake up this morning and it's no, Tech. You can't do this. It's not going to happen. So, what is Nightmare think he's a tough guy? I don't know. I don't think they have corn-fed motherfuckers in England. All right. I think just like, I think the entire area is just filled with people who fantasize about being knights in shining armor from like 400 years ago. And it's like, that was when we were fucking captains of industry or some bullshit. I don't know. Jaffe just called me. Jaffe, you're supposed to be here at work. I'm going to call him back. Let's see if Jaffe responds. We can get him on the fucking screen. We can do our thing. Jaffe.
A very, very weird shit going on with the internet. It may be an outage in the area, but I'll be in as soon as I can.
Okay, Jaffe says very weird shit with the internet. I understand. We will see you here soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Jaffe. So Jaffe still doesn't have fiber, obviously. Check his stool sample. He's not from England, you spat huge ass. He is from England, okay? England took over his country, his bitch ass country. He's now English. That's just how it works. Tech, rewind the whole argument and fight. What started it? Don't twist it. Lay it out. Okay. Yesterday, I finished my bus stream, right? I'm covered in all these sauces. I go and do a quick little wash down. I change clothes. I go to the 24-hour stream. And we're just shooting the shit. We're doing like little like freestyle rap things in the theater room. And it was fun. All cool. I think, was it Gidgy? Someone was talking shit to Nightmare, right? And I think Brantley eventually was like how much work do you do for live or for Cracked or whatever? And he was like, oh, I do all the work on Cracked, right? He's like, Xylee doesn't do anything on Cracked because she's so involved with Reapers, and he does everything for Cracked. And during that conversation, I said, because Brantley's like, no, I don't know. And I said, Brantley, Xylee has said this publicly that Cracked is essentially just Nightmare. That's what he does. I brought that up to support Nightmare's position, against what Brantley was saying. 10 minutes later, Xylee comes in from not being in the room. And I'm like, oh, Xylee, by the way, when you were gone, this is what was said. Because if someone's being talked about, you should tell them to their face what was mentioned. You can watch back the fucking clip. I didn't say, oh, Nightmare thinks he's the only fucking person doing work. I said, oh, Nightmare's claim was that he is the sole person doing Cracked. And before I could be like, and I've heard you say it on stream, Nightmare gets in his fucking pussy feelings. He's like, oh, fuck you, trying to stir shit, blah, blah, blah. And Turbo's fucking trying to feed into it. Oh, you're a shit stirrer. I hate that, blah, blah, blah. And eventually, he's like, he's judging where Crypt has been. Crypt has been a top 10 show last month. And that's probably due to a lot of the support from Bus that came in from them to me supporting here on Crypt. And so he's going off, no, it's never been. I was like, yes, it has been. He's like, no. And then eventually he says, get the gloves. All right. So I was like, all right, fuck it. Let's get the gloves. Let's go have a little tussle. If you want to have a tussle, let's have a fucking tussle. We should rewatch that Nightmare hits the floor. I don't know what that means. Watch the fucking clips, Tech. Share the fucking clips, pussy. You're a lying cunt. The video, you fucking loser. Someone share the clips. If I don't really have a docket team on Crypt, but if someone is there and they want to share the clips that are associated to the events of last night, get it. You said get the gloves? Okay, I literally did not say you get the gloves. It started off with me saying you run away from fights, and then he says get the gloves. I will just find that video. Hold on. That's something I definitely can just do that. Let's see. LolCow Jester. I wonder if it's still the same 24-hour stream from last night. Oh, we're not signed on a premium YouTube account, so there's fucking ads. Fuck me. Okay, it is 10 a.m., so this would have been, what, 10 hours ago? Something like that? Let me see, there's no transcript, so I have to find out. Hold on.
You only got. Wait a minute. You only got the job because Billy didn't.
I'm not that. I can defend myself.
Fuck 10 last month.
Fuck you.
From your tooth. Silence.
I don't fuck with that.
Yeah,
bitch. I'm not.
I literally said, Xylee said,
No,
it happened here.
I
said,
drama.
no, you dumb
He shows up, I'm saying, hey, by the way, when you're Xylee, this is what said. All right, I think it's right here. Can I share my screen? Let me get OBS set up for this. Bum, 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 bum. Put me here. Like a little reaction channel. Look at me, I'm like a little reaction channel. There we go. Window capture. YouTube. This one? That's fucking massive. Why is it so fucking big? Hold on. There, we did that. We put face cam above it. There we go. All right, let's listen in, class. Let's listen in.
You know what I like working with Nightmare? Nightmare is actually teaching me. He knows how to
bitch around away from a fight.
Actually, no.
I say bitch his way out of a fight. Right? That's me.
Can I finish my fucking sentence without you cutting me off?
Oh, is that him yelling, get the gloves, you brain dead motherfuckers in the chat saying I was the one who suggested it? I said he knows how to bitch his way out of a fight. He says, get the gloves. For those in the back, we'll replay it.
Bitch around away from a fight? Actually, no. Can I finish my fucking sentence without you cutting me off?
Wow, huge ass. Where's that apology? Where's everyone who's in there like, oh, you said get the gloves first. Give me the fucking apology, you motherfuckers. He literally was the one that suggested get the gloves. Here's my response.
Get the gloves. Get the gloves.
Can
We
you-
have no GTS.
Actually,
Get the gloves. Fuck it. Get the gloves. All right, let's go.
Yes, that's me saying, fuck it, get the gloves. If you want to do it, fucking get the gloves, pussy. I'm down to have this fucking confrontation or whatever, dude. I did not suggest it. I did say he, like, pushes away from fucking fights, that's for sure. But that is literally him saying, get the gloves. Oh, I didn't say, I watched it. Like, look, again, he literally was the one that said, get the gloves. And I said, all right, we'll get the gloves. Fuck it, get the gloves. People saying, oh, Tech, you're instigating all this shit. Because I said that he, like, pussies away from fights. Yes. He almost fought someone day one of Fat Camp, right? Day two, he's, like, fighting Boogie, right? He's, like, so heated. He goes off to the fucking pool area. By the way, this happened off screen. I'm gonna fucking say it. You know, Xylee came running down from the main house because she sees Nightmares getting very agitated during the whole fucking conversation with Boogie. And she's like, hey, you got to calm down. You got to relax. It's not worth it. And he goes, fuck you. I'm a grown man. Don't tell me shit. I'll do what the fuck I want. Fuck you, Xylee. And she's like, you're not talking to me like that. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Right? But, oh, of course, you know, this is the guy who's level-headed and understands what the fuck's going on. Tech, you know how the body type to start fights? Well, then let's find out. Let's find out. I'm down to find out together. It's so dumb. It's just, it's been every day. Nightmare has this huge ego about he can just knock anyone down. Oh, everyone better be scared of me. I'm Big Bad Nightmare. Okay. You're still 5'3". You've typed that so many times. I'm 5'6", and I'm 3'11". Well, actually, I gained weight. I think I'm like 314. But still, like, if he wants to have it, he can have it. I'm giving it to him. He can be granted that opportunity. That's totally fine by me. But yeah, this whole thing is stupid. Why can't you just say you don't like each other and then ignore each other? Because it's not about that, Hugh. It's literally he is being caustic, right? He is purposely putting himself in a position where he will bark and yell and scream over people and try and intimidate them for some weird reason. He thinks like he has the clout now from being on live to just get his way by yelling. Right? I talk shit. For sure I talk shit. I'm for sure someone who talks shit. Right? But he is over the fucking edge on like talking shit, being overconsumed by his identity as like a big bad wolf character. Right? And if he's like, get the gloves, let's do it. Let's have that fun time together. We'll do it together, Nightmare. That's what I was for. I'm here for it. And the entire time after, he's like doing a little boxing fucking in place, little feet shuffle on the fucking patio and shit. He's like, yo, Tech doesn't understand. I'm really going to kill him. I'm going to beat his ass in front of his girlfriend. His girl's not going to recognize him anymore. Oh, sorry, fiance. I'm going to beat his ass in front of his fiance and laugh in her face. Okay, now you're just like, you are trying to ensure that I'm going to beat your ass. I didn't talk about his family or lack thereof, right? I'm not fucking shitting on his 3 dogs, you know? He wants to have an engagement of the fist orientation. I'll give him a fist orientation. Twice Stan says, I'd ignore the people trying to blame you for instigating the fight. Everyone was drunk last night and talking shit. Let's get those gloves on, Keem. True. Red Cheese Metal says, Tech, I need you to be like Edward the Fist of England and go conquer Wales. We need more shit talk. True. There's something about his personality that is just like, I can do whatever and no one can judge me. And if you judge me, I'm going to fight you. And obviously, people aren't going to let me fight you. So I just get to fucking take the W. And that's fucking dumb. I'm not here for it no more. He wants to have it, he can have it. Someone says, talk about Kimmy, Tech. No, that's beneath me. I'm not going to go after Nightmare by shitting on Kimmy, right? Like, literally, Kimmy is an intern here on Crypt, right? We work together. I'm not going to shit on her because I don't like Nightmare. Obviously, he doesn't have the same fucking rationale. He's like, I'm going to fucking embarrass your fiance. Fuck you. Okay, well then. You are pushing it past what it should be. Ailer wants him off bus and he wants the money. I asked a question. Who knows? Hugh, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about at this point. In this corner, El Teco Modelo time fool. Yeah, like I'm staying sober today. We'll see what pans out for the rest of the fucking day here at Fat Camp. Keem says we don't have the equipment to do so, we don't have the equipment to do so. But whatever it is, we'll settle it. Is that my man's? Is that Wings of Redemption?
Yes, it is.
Hello, sir. How are you?
How you doing, my friend?
I
wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind lately, and maybe you can give me some insight.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what's the fucking deal with this Turbo kid?
Do you want like the TLDR of who he is?
Yes, I do.
I got you. TLDR of Turbo. Welcome in, Jaffe. From my understanding, Turbo was a stalker of Copper Cab, right? He was like a very obsessed fan. Yeah.
Okay, I understand stalker, stand obsessed fan.
Why? Who fucking knows? I think it's all a play. I think it's all like I want clout, so look at me be like excessive about my obsession of a guy online. That's my understanding. And from there, he tried to join the LCU. He does like a clown bit, apparently. I've never seen him put on the makeup, but he's like an actual clown. He's like, I went to clown college. But now he's just like a 600 to 700 pound man in a mobility scooter from a chopped moped.
It's an ADA compliant mobility device. Let's not call it a scooter.
Okay. It has a fucking Chevy S10 engine on that bitch. He brought that shit into a fucking.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up. But do you really think he's 700 pounds? Because people in the chat are saying he's 700 pounds.
I've seen him in
person. As a fat bitch yourself.
Look, if I took my arms out, elbows side to side like a cholo, and I spun in a circle, he's wider than that. Okay, I'm not the biggest dude, but he's big. He's massive big. You ever seen Dune? The Dune movies?
Yeah. You talking about Baron Harkonnen?
Yeah, he's like the worm guy who takes the spice and can fly. You know what I'm talking about? The main villain of the new Dune movie?
Yeah, Baron Harkonnen.
Yeah, that's what he fucking looks like. Abdul in the chat says, Wings, you are so missed. Let's fucking go. Thank you. Appreciate that.
See, like I feel like Baron Harkonnen is more my size. I'm like 440. And I look at him, I'm like, dog, that's a short man right there. And maybe it's because he's so short that I don't see it. But I feel like I'm bigger than Turbo.
No.
And I'm like,
the thing is, Baron Harkonnen is like, I think canonically like 8 feet tall, and then his like tail or some shit's longer. Turbo is, I think, 5'3", 5'4". Right? He's compressed and he's massive. He is spherical. Jaffe, you're here. Hello, Jaffe. And you're muted yourself. Thank you, Jaffe. Still can't hear you.
So you guys obviously are there at Fat Camp. Has anybody like tried to convince this guy it's time to like stand up and like lose the scooter?
Yes.
Because how old do you think Turbo is? Like he's got to be in his 20s, right?
I think he's 34.
Test.
We can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's 34, so he's pushing the edge of what like morbid obesity allows you. You know, he's up there. I think on live yesterday they took away his moped keys, right? And they made him crawl to get him so he can get his scooter back, which is funny, but also that's kind of fucked, you know.
Well, that's the whole idea of live. It's you do unsavory shit. My big concern is like that scooter's going to kill him.
That scooter will take him out because it's reinforcing the idea of I have access without actually doing the work for it. You know, it's like having that DoorDash premium membership or whatever. It's like, well, now I'm motivated to DoorDash more often than not. You know, that
You gotta get your $10 worth.
Exactly. I gotta get my fucking money's worth for that Dash Pass. Jaffe, welcome in. What were you up to?
I've never disliked anyone as much immediately as I've disliked Scooter.
Well,
no, not Scooter, Turbo.
Turbo. He has the scooter.
He's on a scooter, yeah. I mean, I immediately, when he came into our chat a couple of weeks ago, was the first encounter I ever had with this guy. And I was just like, you know, I mean, I don't like all people. Like, I don't, you know, people piss me off, but I understand humanity to enough to go, everybody's struggling, blah, blah, blah. But he was I just didn't vibe with him instantly. He just seemed like a real asshole.
Could you pinpoint it?
I think, you know what it is? I think his shtick was so transparent to me that it felt like he was so insulated in his character that it just wasn't worth even trying to connect. And it was like a junkyard dog, you know, he wouldn't let go of that bit. And you know, when there are people that it's just not worth your time. Cause I'm not really looking to connect with the character because what's the point? And so I think that was a big part of it. It's just like, he just seemed aggressively obsessed with with being this guy. And I'm like, it's not that funny. It's very tropey. I've seen it 1,000 times. You're not that good at it. And now I have to sit here and listen to you do the bit. It's almost like, you know, amateur improv. It's like, come back when you're a pro because you're boring and you won't really connect with me as a human. So I think it was something like that. If I really were to, you know, really break it down.
You said that you couldn't connect to him as like a human, like on a human level. You think that's a lot of it because like he has no real life. Like when you get that big and you're that immobile, like what do? You sit in bed, you watch TV, you play video games, and that's your whole life. That's it. You go back to sleep.
It absolutely could be that. It's probably a blend of that with a blend of the fact that he is, you know, he's, you know, multiple, you know, suits of armor, right? There's the fat armor. There's the character armor. There's the being aggressively unlikable armor. And it's too much. I'm just like, dude, come back when you've got your shit worked out. I don't need you to be a fully developed, you know, human. None of us are, but there's a point where I'm like, dude, you're wasting my time. I think it was that. And on top of it, he was just being an asshole. So if it wasn't the asshole part, I'd just go, yeah, that's a guy who's not really, the lights aren't on.
Yeah.
But the lights aren't on and you're being an asshole. It's like, yeah, you know, not so much.
I got to ask one more Turbo question before we go past Turbo. Where's his enabler at?
Well, if you watch the LolCow crack stream yesterday, Xylee was his feeder for that episode. They bought a bunch of snacks, like American snacks, to have Nightmare try out. And then after they all took a bite of their snacks, they put on the table, and Turbo just fucking grabbed them and just ate the fucking half-eaten food off the table. And someone said, "You're like a dog at the table eating scraps." And he's like, "Yes, I am. Yes, sir. Yes, I am."
What I'm saying, like you don't get that big and that immobile without somebody massively enabling you. Somebody's buying you food, cooking you food, bringing food to you. Like you don't get that big.
Yeah. Well, does he live with anyone? Does he live with his mom or something?
I don't fucking know.
That's the question I'm asking. Like, who's the enabler? Where are they at? How are they not seen? How did they not come to fat camp with him? I'm surprised a man of this stature traveled across the country by himself.
I think when you
That's a good point.
replace your legs for 65 horsepower, I think you can get your ass into a Walmart easily. I think he probably can enable himself at this point.
That's not true. That's not true though. Like, because like that scooter doesn't fit in a driver's seat. It's got to fit in the trunk.
His scooter fits on I think the back of a vehicle or some shit. Like I think he is just like moseying around, but his scooter has range, right? I think it has like fucking 120-mile range if he wants to. So he can go from and to town. He said it's street legal, right? So he's just taking his ass to Chick-fil-A. He's taking his ass to McDonald's.
Just imagine the fucking bed sores on that man's rear end.
Oh, true. He ended up reversing from the theater room and crashing into the frame of the door. I haven't yet to inspect it, but I'm sure he's caused a little bit of damage. Bracer,
You guys should put a GoPro on the front of the thing and like charge people to watch it.
just track it. Bracer
Just
$10
see where he
says
goes.
a little late to the party. What's up, Wings? Hell yeah, thanks, Bracer. K-Nub says this is the new Cryptcast. One day in a dream that'd be the Cryptcast.
One day more. No, I saw Wings' thing in the Discord. We were talking about it yesterday, where he's like, "Yeah, it would be great, but we don't make any money when we actually talk." And I agree. I mean, that's always the hard part about these kind of
Crypt
shows
has
that are
been-
actually conversation.
Crypt's
What?
been a slight outlier, right? Because we do have more of a conversation focused stream. And we are last month we were in the top 10, right? We're showing growth steadily. So I mean, potentially this is the format that works. One show out of the 24.
I don't know.
The fuck.
I don't know about that. But look now, I'm sitting here last night. M comes over. It's her birthday. Me and Calvin and M are sitting there, and we all gather in front of the TV. And I'm like looking at my phone, and I'm like, oh, Sarah's on in the jester room right now. And M's like, oh, let's see the kid. And we put her on, and it's all you guys. And suddenly, before we know it, we weren't really paying attention. And then suddenly you and Nightmare are threatening to have fighting. And M's like, what's happening? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I don't know if they're doing a bit. I don't know if they're fucking serious. And then I call Sarah later, and she's like, no, he really is upset. And I'm like, yeah, but he's 30 years old. He's going to fight somebody? What the hell's the matter with him? And she's like, I don't know. So what the fuck happened?
Well, Nightmare has been like this overly aggressive guy during like the majority of Fat Camp, right? There's a potential fight that could have happened with someone that hasn't been made public yet, so I'm not gonna make it public. On day 1. Day 2, he's wanting to fight fucking Wings. He's like, I'm gonna beat his ass. I'm gonna make Desi a widow and shit. Right?
Wings.
Oh, I know, Wings, and you're the problem. I know. And then Dave.
No, you said he wants to fight me.
Oh yeah, but that's so dumb. It's so dumb.
No, you just stated that he wanted to fight me on day 2.
Oh, sorry, not Wings. Boogie. I said my bad. I had to mix up.
Okay.
He wanted to fight Boogie. And now he's like, he's trying to throw shit at me, being like, Crypt is a nothing show, blah blah. We made it to the top 10. He's like, no, you didn't. Just like trying to fucking blatantly lie about it, or he just doesn't know.
Who gives a shit?
Well,
what does it matter?
I didn't give a shit. Right? I was like, dude, you are just constantly rah barking, and you just find a way to pussy yourself out of fights. And then he's like, well, put on the fucking gloves. We're in Texas. And in Texas, mutual combat is part of the law here. If he wants to go out into the field and get his little emotions out and have a fist fight, I'm down. Right?
No, you're a baby. What's the matter? You're gonna be the husband of my child.
Jaffe, there's a
and hang on. And maybe one day the father of my grandkids. If you want to fight someone because they're coming at you or your family or something, cool.
Well,
but you're gonna fight this little Hobbit New Zealand fuck just because he's like, my show is better than your show. It's like Nightmare.
I was gonna box him.
If Becky Boop could not leave the network and make it, you certainly can't, Nightmare. You are successful because the show that you're on.
Yeah.
And you happen to be a good looking guy until you stand up and we realize, holy shit, that motherfucker's fat too. When I saw Nightmare's full body, I'm like, I thought this, and nothing wrong being fat. It's not healthy, but I don't even know why you're giving him the time of day. Nightmare's interchangeable. Nightmare's been on shit shows and he's been on good shows. There's no talent there. So what are you worried about?
I'll get to that.
Fight when you need to fight, man.
Let me get these super chats real quick. Brace says a little late to the party. We did that. Rilla says this needs to be the cast of Crypt. I wish. Major says, when is the Fade Tech? Shout out Jaffe and Wings. Yeet says, this is my favorite show because of that, Jaffe. There are intelligent people in the LCU. BB Phil Paypick for 3 months says, great job surprising us with the LCU legend Wings. Maybe Turbo feels he needs the extreme look to secure his place in the attention economy, constantly pulling worried eyes towards him. Isn't that exactly what ALR built her career on? That is actually...
It is, but it's 2026 now. So he's doing a playbook from like 2022. It's like you've got to innovate, you know?
Well, it's not even about innovating. Like, the dude will fucking die.
Yeah.
Like, you can have your 15 minutes of fame. There's still like 20 years of life after that. You're just going to kill yourself with this attention grabbing if this is what you're doing.
But you can't listen. All I can tell you is, and you and I, Wings, have both been, you know, fame's a weird word, but certainly in my case, you know, video game developer fame is a very different thing than YouTube fame. But we've both we've both hung out on the periphery, or depending on the place we're in, where we're more known than most people. Not we're not celebrity known, but you know, the average
Z-list celebrity.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, you can't tell people it's not what you thought it was going to be. They couldn't have told me, because when I was making games, I really wanted to be a famous game developer. I wanted to be like John Romero. You know, I thought that would have been cool.
You're better than John Romero.
Well, okay. And I appreciate that. I mean, I like John. John's a good guy, but I'm just saying that things like money and now money, like Kanye says, having money is not everything, but not having it is. So money kind of almost lives in its own little world there. But with fame, until you get even a taste of it, you think the people who have it are like being all kind of disingenuous. Like, it doesn't fill the hole. I mean, I guess it's better than no one caring about you, about what you're doing in your work, but it's not what I thought it would have been when I was at the height of it, which was to say small.
I can explain fame like this. Go to a steakhouse and the person next to you that's having their dinner wants to come sit with you.
Have you had that, Jaffe?
Okay. No.
Dude, I used to get that all the time. Like, at the peak of my YouTube fame, when I was a top 100 YouTube channel,
right?
If I went anywhere, I had like, and it was always some young kid, right? Like, which is fine because I play video games. Kids like video games. They would bring their parents over to want to come like sit at the table with me, or they want to take pictures and stuff like that. It's like, and I always appease them, right? You don't want to be the guy that's like, oh, you don't care. You got put here by people. But like, that's my thing. Like, you just don't have time to yourself. Like, I didn't have paparazzi follow me around. I can only imagine what that's like.
Yeah. Well, I can say that to me, when I would go to video game specific events, it was at the height, it was crazy because you couldn't walk across a Comic-Con hall or an E3 hall or a PAX hall without every 10 steps stopping. But it was so rare in my life that it was easier to appreciate that level. But if you're going out all the time as you at the height, and it's, I could see that being a challenge, but you can't really complain about it because that's what you signed up for and that's what you wanted. I mean, I guess my point is I'm not really complaining about it so much as when you're bringing up Turbo and saying that 15 minutes of fame is great, but you've got 20 years after. I wonder if that's really what he's going for. If he thinks that is the brass ring he's, that's all he's got, or that's what he's got to reach for. I don't know.
I'm a fat dude. I'm probably going to die a fat dude. I'm just coming from a place of concern because he's the first fat person I've seen on LolCow that I'm like, this guy is dead man walk. He's a dead man walking. Like, he is given up.
He's a dead man riding.
Yeah.
Riding, right. If he was walking, he'd probably be in good shape. One of the big things, I'm 400 pounds, right? And the one thing I'm terrified of in life is losing my mobility, like losing my core strength. So like, you got to do things. You got to make yourself get up and walk and take showers and stuff like that. Force yourself to use your core muscles. And when you stop doing that, you're a ticking time bomb. Like there's going to be some point where you're just laying in bed and you got to have somebody come and find the TV remote for you because there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. And I assume, because I know we've talked in the past and I think you've been open about dealing sometimes with depression, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, depression is its own bear you have to fight just to get up and do things. And if you throw that on top of the physical challenges of getting up and doing things, I mean, sometimes it's a double whammy, right? You're like, I don't want to get up to begin with. And now it physically hurts to get up, right?
Well, it physically hurts to get up, but then you got to factor in stuff like when your blood starts getting wrong. You got low vitamin D, you got low testosterone, things like that. It's
My
a
vitamin D is pretty
compounding.
bad. I'm on really high end supplements for vitamin D because the doctor's like, dude, your vitamin D. Do you know what? Are you a vampire? Do you know what the sun is? I'm like, well, not really.
Were you on the 50,000 once a week?
I'll tell you. I don't know.
I think I've seen
That's what I'm on,
Jaffe's
the
bills.
50,000.
I think his are.
This is like old
10K.
man fat podcast. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, Turbo, it is concerning how heavy he is. Just got some super chats in. Full Metal says, y'all gotta put some mustard on y'all heads, sir. Yes, sir. Bracer, W's, Fact Jaffe. 6 foot dig. He's giving him the time of day because he thinks this is making him look like a tough guy when in reality, he just looks like a drunk, aggressive idiot. I don't know if that's about me or Nightmare, but I think both of us were drunk yesterday.
See, I want to say something on Nightmare's behalf here because I've known Nightmare for a couple years now. And granted, I have a different relationship than you have with him, Tech. I feel like somebody's putting Nightmare up to be aggressive with you. Like somebody's in his ear. Because he's normally a very chill fucking dude. Like he normally just wants to sit around and laugh and be a chill dude. And he's been super aggressive. And it almost looks staged.
I can see that, right? And for Jaffe asking why would I want to commit to this like weird fight thing, Jaffe, he was saying, you know, I'm gonna beat your ass, and then I'm gonna go laugh in your fiance's face and be like, "Do you still say yes?" I'm gonna break your man in front of you. So you know, there's like a maybe this.
No, there's not.
Sense.
Be the guy. Be Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse. You don't know that reference.
I watched.
You don't know Roadhouse?
I watched Roadhouse like a month
He doesn't
ago.
know Roadhouse?
I did.
Well, which Roadhouse? The Gyllenhaal or the Patrick Swayze?
Whatever looked like it was filmed in the 70s.
Yeah, it's Patrick Swayze.
Okay.
So he says, you know, be nice until it's time not to be nice, right? I'm not opposed to fighting. I'm just opposed to fighting for stupid reasons. It's like,
well, okay,
if he,
let me explain it to you then, right? He was very aggressive towards someone else here at Fat Camp that I am friendly with. I like this guy. He tried to fucking
who, Grim?
It's not public. I don't want to say who it was, but he was being
so it was Grim. All right,
overly aggressive. The second day, he's overly aggressive with Boogie, right? Boogie's a disabled fuck, all right? To say you want to beat the ass of Boogie is like, I'm going to go steal candy from a baby, right? What's Boogie going to do? And he was saying shit like, I'm going to make your fucking fiance a widow before you're even married to Boogie. Look, all right, you're pushing, you keep pushing the edge, and then he wants to bark at me saying that, well, now I'm going to beat your ass, TechProtect. Go get the gloves. I was like, okay, well then no one else that you fought is actually willing to have this engagement with you. You're going to be like this. I'm not there. Yeah, he's going to be like this for 2 weeks, just flaunting this big dog energy that I can fight anybody, and he knows everyone else is going to back out, right? He's not going to like express this with steak. He's not going to tell Keemstar to put on gloves, right? The people that he knows will beat his ass. He's like, oh, I'm not going to do it.
It's not about beating your ass.
He sees me.
It's one of those things
and you
where he doesn't expect you to fight.
Exactly. But you see me, I look like the manager at your Walmart or an AutoZone. You know, I don't look like the guy who's going to scrap you in the parking lot. So he goes in heavy on me, expecting the same fucking energy of, oh, no, not for me. I'm giving it to him. I'm granting him the opportunity. I know we're not going to beat each other until we're like injured, right? It's going to be a little boxing match. So, all right, let's do it. And now I wake up in the morning.
Wait a minute.
We can't fight no
when
more.
You say it's a boxing match, I don't have a problem with.
Yeah, it's with gloves on the grass. We're gonna have like someone there. It's yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't give a shit. I thought the way you guys were talking about it, you guys were going to like, you know, fight.
I mean, I'm gonna put him through the paces.
Bare knuckle that motherfucker on camera, bud.
I told him. I told him I'm down if he wants to. Right? I can take a hit. I've taken hits in the past. I've grew up in.
Well, that's all you'll be doing is taking a hit because you're really in terrible shape. You've never seen me
engage in a fight.
Look, I think you've got about 40. Maybe that's too much. 20 seconds, and then you're at a massive disadvantage because of your size. But if you can get in there at the very beginning, or if you can do the crane technique, like, you know, there is no defense, I think you're good to go. But if you miss that first 10-second, 20-second landing window, you're going to get your ass kicked, dude.
I would also piggyback off what Jaffe's saying here. If you're gonna fight him, remember that you're a big dude and you got to pick the environment. Fighting a motherfucker in the bathroom when you're your size is an advantage. Fighting him out in an open dance hall, not an advantage.
That's true. That's a
Yeah.
good point.
Keem wanted to do it on the grass, like in the middle of a field, and for sure that's not my forte. But I know I'm big, but I am only 29. All right. I've not hit the fucking point of no return where it's like, and now I have to take fucking vitamins because the sunlight don't hit my skin the same way. Sorry, Jaffe.
Okay, that's not about being big, bitch. That's about vitamin D. By the way, 1250 mcg, is that milligrams?
Yeah, you're on almost 3 times what I'm on.
Yeah, every day.
I'm on 50,000 once a week.
You're on
50.
Jaffe's on 1,250.
Oh, so yeah, you take yours daily. I do 50,000 once a week.
Okay.
So you.
I'm supposed to ask you what happened on Cracked. Is this a Wings question or is this a?
No, that's for me. I had already gone to bed after the whole thing in the theater room. You had called, Sarah to ask her how everything was. I was ready to go to bed. I was naked. I was ready. My pillow's all fluffed up.
See, I was ready to go to bed.
Yeah,
that's all I needed.
And then I get a message from the higher ups, and they were like, "Tech, Keem needs you in the hall in this area to clean up for Cracked, which Cracked is a show that Nightmare's on." And I said, with Xylee. And I said, if you want me over there, all right, I'm gonna fight him. All right. I'm stewing. I'm upset. If you call me over there, I'm gonna beat his ass. And they said, Keem knows about it. You're good to go. Go for it. And I was like, all right, shit, fuck it. And so I put my clothes on. I told Sarah. Sarah's like, I'm just gonna watch it from my phone. I'll watch it on the TV or something. And I came in here, and I don't think they thought I was being serious, but I just spent like the last 20 minutes watching him talk shit about how pathetic I am and Sarah deserves a different man and all this shit. Like, okay, you are trying to stir the pot. The pot's been stirred. Let's have that boxing match. Let's just do it. And so I came in here, and Steak and Phantom had to like hold me back because he was wanting to fight. I'm wanting to fight. I got it approved. Let's do it. So that's what they wanted us to.
Can I just interrupt and say, if Steak and Phantom are capable of holding you back, you don't get your ass kicked.
They're not. Phantom's an older guy, and he went to restrain me. He ducked under me to grab my thigh, and I could have just like pushed his head down. But like, what at that point, what am I doing? Am I hurting someone else? Like, why would I don't have any problem with Phantom. I don't have a problem with Steak.
I got it.
They're not big guys.
If you're not mad enough to push somebody's head down, you're not mad enough to really fight. You're just showing bull.
I like how Wings and I are sitting back here, these big fat guys telling you about.
No,
the last fight I was in was like in 8th grade.
If you're ever experienced with like fighting people, right? Because I've done boxing,
last fight I've been in, it's been a long time.
Yeah, there's a type of fighter who is like, I'm hot-headed. I'm gonna beat this guy's ass. I'll fuck his family. Blah blah blah. Nothing matters. That guy doesn't have the wherewithal to understand how to move in a fight because nothing else is their focus. Is I want to hurt this person. I'm not going into that fight like, oh, I just want to destroy Nightmare. I do want to show them that, hey, you can't just keep on spouting. You're going to beat people's ass who aren't going to defend themselves, right? That kind of tactics is beneath people.
Let's go down this rabbit hole. All right, let's say Phantom and the other dude's not there. What are you doing to Nightmare? Are you just gonna hug him? You gonna grab him? What are you doing? Are you gonna like hammer fist him? Like what was your game plan?
No, we're punching it out. We're punching it out
because I'm looking that your game plan was to get held back by 140-pound man. That was your game plan.
Well, it was 260-pound men. All right.
This is the only time I've ever thought that finally there's a reason to know Kid behind the camera. He's probably got a lot of tips. He's probably got lots
on how to get past 160-pound people. Look. I wanted to have the fight. Keem's yelling, stop, you can't do it. And, if the boss is saying, hey, there was an approved thing here and now there is no approved thing, I'm stopping.
But you're skipping the point. Like, what were you going to do? Let's say the people aren't there and Keem isn't yelling at you. You're not safe. Like, what are you going to do with the fight?
Then the mobile cam,
how's the fight going to go down?
Yeah, the mobile cam's right here. There is boxing gloves right there. We just go out to where either the pool is or the fucking grass.
Yeah, but you're mad. You're mad. Like the fight's happening right there at the table.
Oh, then it happens at the table.
Yeah, but what are you going to do to him? Are you going to grab him?
No, we're gonna box it out. I was down to wrestle. If he wants to wrestle, I'll wrestle him to the fucking ground. I was just gonna, throw
People
some
keep
punches.
trying to
He was
play
gonna
the
get
clip.
really,
I don't-
Go ahead.
No, I was saying what you guys are talking about. Apparently, there is a clip of this. Like Jenny in the chat is saying, play the clip. I don't have a clip. I'm not running OBS right now, so I can't do that. I don't know if Tech wants to bring it up, but somebody is saying, you should watch these parts from Jester and Crack. Sarah had to sit and listen to this screaming, curled up in a fart-stained recliner. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, I don't have, like I said, you do what you got to do. I don't have a problem fighting, but I do have a problem if you're fighting and there are other ways out. There are, just because Nightmare's being a dick, let him be a dick. Let the world see who he really is. I mean, what I was going to say is I haven't been watching a lot, but I've seen him, not that you're not with a bottle in your hand a lot on these shows, but he seems like he's been drinking a lot. I don't know if that's accurate. I'm not trying to say he's an alcoholic or anything. And if he is, that's not, I feel for him. But is this alcohol with him, or is he just being an asshole even when he's not drunk?
He has been drunk, and Wings said something earlier that it seems like maybe someone's putting him up to being more aggressive, and it feels that way. But I can't say for sure. I don't know. Wings knows how the LCU is. Not everyone knows what's going on at any time. Some people do, some people don't. So if this is like a play to make Nightmare seem like an asshole, I mean, it's working. But from the perspective of not knowing what the truth is, my perception as someone here at Fat Camp is there's a guy out here getting overly aggressive with every single fucking person, and he's just trying to pick on the people he thinks won't reciprocate that type of energy. And when does it stop? Right? When does that become, someone who...
But why does it have to be your problem?
Well, the value of a man is
it's good content. Don't get me wrong.
Outside the content, you got to kind of put a stand up for what you believe in. And if I see people who are not able to defend themselves and will be ridiculed for it, right?
Okay, come on. You're not talking about the playground. This is Boogie. Boogie he's not the cash cow of the LCU, but you really
Boogie,
think anybody would let Boogie get hurt?
I hear you, but before Boogie, it was someone else. After Boogie was me. Who's after me?
I think that's what you're really upset, because I know who the someone else is, and I know you have affection for him, and I understand he's a good person.
I can't confirm he's that person. All I can say
I know, but it's obvious. But regardless, whoever it is, it's I can understand that emotional response. Like, dude, this guy used to be your dude.
Look,
what are you doing?
What I'm saying is, there's a number of people here who will get berated, and they'll just have to take it because they're not gonna push back, right? And then I'm not gonna enjoy my stay here at Fat Camp if all I'm seeing is Nightmare try to bully the fucking like autists or the fucking the meek, the disabled, or whatever.
Oh, come on, we're saying 5 minutes ago, you and me and Wings were both talking about what do you think the fastest Turbo? I mean, the fact that he calls himself Turbo.
Yeah.
We're doing that. We're doing that for 20 minutes. Now we're mocking the disabled. Why can we do it, but he can't?
Well, because he's like, I'm gonna beat your ass, you fucking so and so. It's a difference. Like critiquing someone who's at their end of life or being like morbidly obese is like, well, we have to address like a potential health issue in this guy's life that is not going addressed, probably.
Potential.
Right?
Well, you don't have to address it. Look, man.
I like addressing it. I think it's kind of funny.
Let's talk about this then. Let's talk about. God damn it.
Let me get the super chats. What you think?
Yeah.
Dovey says, intelligent men do not fight with their hands. True. Keenum says, how long is Fat Camp? Still waiting for the viral moment. Hopefully Keen has an ace up his sleeve. Thank you for Cash Cow. 2 months. I think it's going to be until the end of next weekend, not this weekend.
So is it really 2 weeks
ago? Viral moment.
2 weeks, yeah.
The viral moment.
The viral moment, I have no idea what it's going to be. Maybe
that's what he was asking. When is the viral moment?
I could put him through a table. Zach Brommer says, Keem in a creative role is really dumb. FC show shit. I don't know what FC is.
What do you mean Keem in a creative role is really dumb?
Keem's better on camera.
Yeah, Keem.
But is he in a creative role now?
Yeah, that's all he does is a creative role now.
He's directing.
I thought he was doing business stuff, behind the scenes stuff. It's creative.
Yeah, directing and business.
Gotcha.
Eris Medea says, Tech, the only way to win is to turn around and put Jaffe Jr. into table on stream. Give us content we're used to. They mean Sarah. They want me to put Sarah.
They're making fun of me at this point.
Yeah.
Why? Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to ask you something since we're in a long conversation here. But you said that you think John Romero is a better director than you were ever been.
Well, well, certainly more influential. Well,
he did Doom.
He did Doom.
He was
did
basically
Quake.
a map guy on Doom. Let's be real. Like,
you know, here's what I'll say. I mean, there is a point to say it's just different, right? Like John, I think especially John with Brenda, his wife, who is a brilliant game designer. And I think he is much more of a systems nerdy game designer kind of guy than I ever could be. I think I have done a better job than most game directors, not all, of course, with intellectual property creation and having that executed in the interactive form. So I don't necessarily think God of War is the best video game, but I think God of War is probably one of the best intellectual properties to come out of a video game.
Right.
So I think it depends on what you're judging against other people.
I'm looking at it this way, right? For example, like you obviously have two big hits. You have Twisted Metal and you have God of War.
Yeah.
Right. That's your two big hits. Romero, what is he known for? He's known for Doom,
Quake.
Less so for Quake, but like he got kicked off of Quake's team. Like John Carmack kicked him off of Quake.
Doom, if you remember, I remember when I knew how big Doom was. We were up in San Mateo somewhere and we were driving around. We had to stop and get tires, and literally they had it installed in the mechanic shop of the gas station, and they were playing it and on one of those keyboards that has the plastic covering so you don't get all the grime in the keyboard. I mean, it was everywhere, and it's all
more computers had Doom than they had Windows.
Yeah. So, but look, John's also done a lot more games than I have. He's had a lot more hits. He's had a lot more misses, and he's just a genuinely good
What other games has he done? Like, I only can name 3: Doom, Quake,
okay, but not everything they do is hits. He did Daikatana. He did a excellent, but I know you're going to laugh at this, but him and Brenda did an excellent Facebook game. His company did a game about the mafia that his wife designed, but he was producing something City, which was great. I actually played it to completion. He did Sigil. I mean, look, I'm not going to defend the guy. I mean, I appreciate that you like my stuff more than his, but
I just hate that you put yourself under him. I just hate you put yourself under him.
It's not a real thing. Let's put it this way. I'm very proud of what I've contributed. I really, really am. I think, between my own shit and what the team did to my shit made it even better. I couldn't have asked.
Did you ever have, in your situation when you were working on a game and you're in the grind, does anybody ever have to put software on your computer to make sure that you're actually working?
No.
Because John Carmack had to do that with John Romero because he was sitting around playing Doom and death matches and stuff like that instead of actually working on Quake.
I get it. But towards the end of my video game career, I was sitting up in the loft of Bartlett Jones while the team was working on a soccer game with Airball. And I was so checked out the last 2 months, I just didn't care anymore because it wasn't a game I really wanted to make. And I was like looking up shit on Pinterest. So, it was terrible. There's a point where you just kind of, you're burnt out.
You know who you're way better than? Sid
Meier.
Fuck Sid Meier.
Yeah.
Sid Meier's just a little scrawny bitch with a fucking wife, has a bigger jaw than he does. All right.
The best game. Nobody comes here for this, you guys. I'm sorry, but Wings. I'll talk about it all day. But the best game designer I think today, right now, is a guy named Miyazaki who does the.
From Software. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is the best.
Yeah, it's you get into some of that shit, and it's like, wow, this guy's really clever, really.
I wanted to talk to you about this. Can we put?
Go ahead.
From Software's design, right? Obviously, Miyazaki is like a spiritual successor. I forgot who the first guy from Software had is like the head of the department. The guy who did the guy who did like Kingsfield and like all the early games, right?
I remember playing Kingsfield the first time, going, "What is this shit? It looks so dumb and it's so slow." But anyway,
yeah, but like. He took that and he ran with the formula, and it's almost like he directed the old games too. Like he's kept the like spiritual identity of From Software from like the early 90s. And as a director, how do you keep reusing the same formula and still keep it fresh like Miyazaki's been able to do?
Well, I don't know because I wasn't aware. I don't know when he became a creative force at From Software.
2009.
Okay, so he wasn't on Kingsfield. He didn't work on Kingsfield at all.
No.
I mean, maybe he got there. It's not dissimilar to Corey then. I mean, Corey at Santa Monica was obviously instrumental in the first God of War, but he was able, when he got the reins, to go, okay, now it's my property and I'm going to bring my own sensibilities to it, but it still retained aspects of what came before. So that's a very specific scenario, right?
Well, let me rephrase the question
individual, and you have to look at the game they're working on to determine the answer.
Because you did Twisted Metal 1, you did Twisted Metal 2, and I'm sure at the end of Twisted Metal 2, yeah, you did Black 2, but I'm taking 2 games back to back, right? That are similar themes, right? Yeah. So I'm sure after the second Twisted Metal, you're just done with the property. You don't want to innovate it. You want to work on something else. You're creatively probably bankrupt, right? Is this about right?
Well, there was a lot of reasons I didn't work on another one immediately, but certainly I was excited to try my own hand at internal development with a new IP. Yes.
Yeah, because I think it was single track.
They were single track, and then those guys ended up trying to start their own publishing unit, and they got bought by GT Interactive. It's a long.
I know there's something that happened, and this is where you would know more than me.
Okay.
Between Twisted Metal 2 and 3, like why didn't the same companies come back and do 3? Because they did Vigilante 8 after that.
No. I mean, do we really want to get into this on this show? I mean, I'm happy to talk to you about it. I just don't know if this is what people come to Crypt for, but if it is, fine. I mean, Tech, I'll let you steer the ship.
You steer us, because like this is your show.
No, it's going. People are liking it.
Okay, fine. So we did Twisted Metal 2. We wanted to do Twisted Metal 3 with Single Track, which was the developer. And I was the designer, co-creator with Scott Campbell, who worked at Single Track. And the heads of Single Track tried to strong arm Sony because they're like, look at us. We made this 2 games in a row that were big hits. And Jet Moto had been a hit for a very weird reason, but it had been a hit. What ended up happening was they said, okay, well, we want something. I don't remember what it was, the intellectual property or whatever. And Sony's like, yeah, we don't do that. And they're like, fine, we're just going to take everything and go make our own game and put you out of business. And Sony's like, okay. But Sony knew that it was the brand was the power. It wasn't, by that point, Twisted Metal was car combat. And so they just said, okay, we're going to get the Rallycross team to make one. And, it was a terrible game, but to their credit, they had like 8 months to do a game that they had never done. So they worked their asses off. And, I don't know many people who could have done better with that limit, but that thing went on and sold great, even though it was not liked for the most part. Yeah.
I'm sure Sony owned the engine that you guys designed for Twisted Metal 2.
That one I don't remember. I think the deal was they either owned it, but we owned the intellectual property, or we owned both, but they could use the engine on their own for whatever they wanted. Every deal's different, and I know there was something about the engine rights, but I don't remember specifically.
I don't, because I was always wondering as a kid, all right, because 989 Studios did Twisted Metal 3, and like one of the big issues of Twisted Metal 3 is that you would constantly have your car just like flip onto its head.
Because it was the Rallycross engine.
Yeah. It's like, why didn't they just use the Twisted Metal 2 engine and build off of it? Like,
well, again, you have 8 months, right? So even if we did own the engine, the team that were doing it had just come off this game, Rallycross, which was like a Sega Rally game for the PlayStation, okay? Mm-hmm. And in that, if they were going to make their deadline, which was Christmas, they didn't have the time to learn a brand new engine, let alone someone else's engine that they had no experience on. They were able to pick up and run, day 10 because they were using a car engine already that was Rallycross. But I agree, that was there was a lot of problems with the game, but not the least of which was it tumped over. And in Rallycross, that was a big deal. People thought that was so cool that you got to be careful on the corners, but it was a very precision-based racing game. But you can't take that and just plop it into Twisted Metal where you're used to taking corners like Fast and the Furious. You're going to be on your roof all the time. So
especially, you had people coming off that expectation. This is how Twisted Metal controls, and now you got Twisted Metal 2 on ice. That's what I heard Twisted Metal 3 being
absolutely was no one walked away. I mean, I wasn't involved. I played it once halfway through, gave my notes, and I was busy with my own thing. But, I don't think anybody was walking around going, look what we did. This was great. I think they made it to market. They beat the other team. They put out a game called Rogue Trip, which was an easily better game, but it tanked because they didn't have the brand. They didn't have the publishing behind them. and they kind of got their asses kicked. And then we made 4, and that pretty much killed it until Black came back. So
See, I actually own Road Trip. I bought it when
Yeah.
it was new, right? And I didn't like Road Trip simply because it had the whole like tourist aspect of it. They wanted to take just the car combat and complicate it. Like you had to go pick people up and send them to like the monuments and all this other stuff while you're trying to stay alive. And like the
It's
big
like Crazy
thing,
Taxi with guns kind of thing.
yeah. And the big thing with that game was like they added music. Like that was
Oh,
the
they had the
innovation.
mighty Boss Stones, right?
Yeah, they added music to it. And like instead of like your classical, like you create your own soundtrack, they added like copyrighted music, and then that ran for a while. Like Twist Metal 3 did it, and then Twist Metal 4 had the whole Rob Zombie like connection with it.
They got sued too, by the way. They got sued and lost because in Road Trip they had the Oscar Mayer mobile, but they just changed the name. And Sony Legal would have never allowed that. They would have been like, "Yeah, you can't do that." And lo and behold, if you remember, the Oscar Mayer mobile was like a truck that had the giant hot dog on top.
Yeah.
And it was driving around as a promo, but they put it in the game. And it's like, but you don't have the rights to it. It's like, but we didn't call it the Oscar Mayer. We called it the Wiener Mobile or whatever. It's like, okay, good luck with that. And sure enough, here comes whoever owns Oscar Mayer, Nestle or whatever going, we'd like money, please. Because you can't just take our shit, you know? So they didn't know what they were doing, but they were a great developer. And then I reteamed with the developer part, not the publisher part. And we did Black together. And then I started a company with them, which was a total mistake called Eat, Sleep, Play. But, you know,
what was the mistake by Eat, Sleep, Play? Like, what was the
I wanted to get really, really rich, and I saw my friends and colleagues getting really, really rich, and I knew I wouldn't get as rich being a Sony employee only. And so I let money be the primary leading factor. And in that, not that I didn't like Scott, I like Scott very much, but the relationship we had when he worked for Sony as a contractor and I worked for Sony as an employee gave me leverage over his ego. And when we were equal and we were co-owners, he and I are both kind of alpha creators and we both have egos. And it just became, you know, it wasn't a fun situation. And I think it ultimately hurt the product and the team. So that's why.
Super chat's coming in. C Dank says Toast Metal Federation is where I found Jaffe. Thank you. Rula says $5 just throwing it as to supporter. Good conversation.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, they're liking this chat.
So I was going to ask though about. Now I lost my train of thought about Nightmare because I did have a question about this.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was.
Does he smell? Fuck. He's a little stinky.
That's no, it's not that. I just assumed as such. Oh no, I know what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
just say it, Jaffe. Just say it.
I don't buy the FUPA thing with Phantom. Something seems off about that. Am I the only one noticing that?
Like she's out of his league?
They're both they look kind of similar. I would say they're both like between like a 4 and a 6.
I don't mean that. I'm not worried about how people look. I'm just saying something seems off about that thing. Is it just me?
There was a moment on Bus last night where she was like, Phantom, come here and give me money. And he like came
I thought that was a joke.
Well, I mean, come on. It wasn't a thing I planned. But he pulls out $500 and just hands her the whole fucking wad of cash from his wallet.
Okay, well I assume that was a bit.
I know that he brought money to buy like some additional stuff for Fat Camp, like groceries and shit. So who's to say? Oh, let me readjust OBS. Yo mama.
Hey, what's going on? Real quick, I just want to know, is there a fight or is there not a fight?
It seems like there is not a fight. Keem won't let me fight Nightmare.
Tech. You getting your ass beat by Nightmare, bud.
He's like 240 pounds, and he's like been.
It doesn't matter what his weight is. Here's the difference.
I've fought before. I've trained to fight before.
Nightmare has dogs that he walks on the daily. He's more active than you. He's 50 or 60 pounds less he has to carry around. He's going to whoop your ass, dude. Like, Jaffe was 100% right. You got 15 good seconds. If those 15 seconds aren't magical,
it'll be the best 15
you're
seconds
gassed and getting knocked around.
He will love those
Okay,
15
Wings,
seconds.
how much would you place on Nightmare in this fight? Because I got
$1,000.
Can we do 100?
Yeah, we can do 100.
Okay. 100's locked in.
Wait. Are you saying 100 like you're betting against Nightmare, Mama?
I'm betting on TechProtect. He's betting on Nightmare.
Okay.
TechProtect, when you fight, right? You're an inside fighter or you're an outside fighter?
You don't know what you're asking.
Fighter.
You're an inside fighter. You're a Tyson.
Yeah.
See, that's why you're gonna win.
All right, let me ask a question. If a guy comes in on you and say it's a boxing rules, right? Because you're putting gloves on, and a guy gets in on you and he starts hugging you, what should you do?
For me,
well,
you go for
take a
you go for
breath,
fucking liver, right? If he's
use
going
it as
in
an
and
advantage. Oh, you're
trying to get
asking
into the
Tech,
clench,
sorry.
right? I'm going for fucking the side shots, of course. And
No,
Nightmare has a very soft center.
Yeah, you're losing.
He's built like a Tootsie Pop.
Put your weight on him. That's the answer. You put your weight on. Make him carry your weight. You're a bigger dude. The referee's going to break it up. Make him carry your weight. Those little rabbit shots with no momentum aren't going to do anything. Him carrying your weight will tire him out, which will make you fight easier.
Oh my god, I really wish this fight was happening because all this like, oh, Tech doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, Tech is a fat disabled guy.
I will beat he's a his fucking
ass.
Boxing promoter.
I will beat Nightmare's ass. There's no question about it. Like you can.
Just, I don't understand why
is
Keemstar vacillating on this? Because I heard the start of this stream. You said Keem said it was on today. It was going to be on the grass, and now you're saying it's not.
Of the stream.
What's the deal?
Start of the stream? Keem told me this morning, we don't have the gear. We don't have the gear to do this properly. Someone's going to get hurt. We're not doing it. Right? That's
Right.
what I was told.
No, here's what you go to Walmart, you get some fucking 12-ounce gloves, right? Get some 12-ounce gloves and get you some sheets of paper, and you write out your little like non-disclosure contract saying that I absolve Keemstar of all liability. Boom, boom, boom. You sign it.
I hear you.
Witnesses say that you signed it, and you can do it.
You've been to Fat Camp, right? The Walmart here is essentially all you have, right? They went to Walmart, and there's like these 6-ounce gloves that are the only gloves they could find. And they're hard as shit, right? It's just like plastic on the fucking thing. And I said, I'm down for it. I'm down.
Amazon will deliver next day to your residence.
I don't know, Keem, if you're listening.
I think it's a bad idea. If I'm Keemstar, I would say no fucking way. Because I know you. I mean, I want to see it. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a terrible idea, but that's why I want to see it.
The only risk they have here, Jaffe, is somebody falling and hitting their head, because like that paintball gun that Keem uses hurts way more than these two guys can hit.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta
ask a question to Wings. Wings, Nightmare walks on his tippy toes. Isn't that a disadvantage?
Yes. Yeah, because you're going to wear the ball of your feet out. But like this fight's not going to last more than a minute.
I think one good punch from Tech. I think Nightmare is knocked out. He's never felt the punch before, and I feel like he's down for the count.
Have you been hit on your mama? Like literally, have you been hit in the face before?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
When your adrenaline's it just feels like pressure. It just feels like somebody like pushed you in your face like somebody took their hand and just pushed you. Like you don't really feel the knockout punch when you actually get hurt. I don't think either one of these dudes knock each other out. I think they just eat the punches. The gloves are going to be so thick that it won't fucking matter. I just think one of them's going to gas out. I think it's going to look like a redneck brawl.
Yeah. 100%. I think both of them are going to gas out. But I think TechProtect got more dog in them. When I saw him yesterday being held by Phantom and Steak, it took both of them to try to take him down. He had to trip over a goddamn flower pot. It's going to take a lot for Nightmare to take out Tech.
But he was also really drunk. Which I'm not saying was negative. I'm saying that may have been where a lot of that was coming from, right?
I was like 16 beers in, but I still do want to fight.
So do you need to get drunk to fight? Do you think that would be an advantage?
Doing it sober. No, being drunk is not an advantage. I'm doing it sober.
Well, I mean, that's where a lot of that
aggression
was.
No, I don't know if it was. Jaffe, have you ever seen me be an aggressive drunk? Like, you see me drink at home all the time.
No, but I'm just saying that level of you not being able to have anybody get through to you was probably certainly, amplified because of the alcohol.
There's a moment where you have to make like a decision, right? And once you make that decision, you have to live with that decision. And there is a moment.
Okay, but you're not Captain America jumping on a grenade.
I hear you, but I have this guy saying he's gonna laugh in my fiance's face after beating me up, and he's gonna like treat her like shit All right, fuck you, Nightmare. It's
Okay, wait a
happening.
minute. He didn't say he's going to treat my daughter like shit.
Laugh in her face, make fun of the man that she chose, make her regret the engagement, make her a widow before we're married. Like that kind of conversation. Like fuck him then. Like if he wants
But
to,
that's a risk that you take. Like,
yeah,
it's bad to look less of a man in front of your girl.
he wants to
Yeah.
make
Yeah, they will lose respect for you and not tell you about it.
Yeah, he wants to make
Yeah.
the conversation about my
now-
partner. Then all right, let's have the fight.
Now, Jaffe, what you don't understand is, like, a man, if
You
he's
don't know
being
what I don't
disrespected,
understand. Go
Okay,
ahead.
The Federal
Mama.
Reserve.
have you got Jaffe? Have you been in a fist fight with a man?
Yes.
And was this at a bar or what? Did he disrespect you in a sort of way?
No, it was at a house and he was picking on somebody.
Exactly. You see that? You were defending somebody else, correct?
Yeah, but this isn't that. But this I was physically defending someone else, not like you said this mean thing. That I wasn't doing.
Okay, so you saw somebody being attacked and then you jumped in.
Yeah.
So you jumped somebody.
I didn't jump somebody. They knew I was coming. But yeah.
You an old school jumper. I see you. You beat some.
You goddamn right.
Dude,
But listen,
there ain't gonna be no
I'll-
punches thrown. I'm throwing the chokehold.
Yeah, that's fair. Jaffe's super into this fat camp stuff today, says Natasha. That's just because my daughter's involved. Part of me wanted Tech to literally look. The biggest thing that I was offended by my daughter being around last night was all of these people sitting around talking about bulimia and vomiting and losing weight.
That was bad.
And I'm just kind of like, I don't know, man. I just think that's a much more toxic environment than two guys getting into a fight. Just to be surrounded by that constantly is, I'm not a fan.
I gotta agree with Jaffe on that one, because when I saw Turbo eating 4 pizzas and then Keemstar walk up to him and say, well, you're gonna either throw that up or you're gonna have to get rid of that. I was like, who is feeding this guy 4 pizzas at one serving? That's just diabolical.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's the world, right? It's the culture of the internet, blah, blah, blah. I just don't want my kid around it.
At
But
least they had pizza there.
She's grown up. She can make her own decisions, but I'm certainly going to have an opinion. Bumbling Bee says, I'd go home if I was Sarah. I wouldn't want to be near Tech if he's getting this aggressive over some shit talk. Well, I can't, that's my concern isn't so much that, but if I told her last night, I said, you let me know, I'll get you home if this gets too much for you. But she's happy to be there. I mean, she likes everybody and she thinks it's beautiful. And so, she's grown up. I'm not gonna step in unless she needs me, but, that's not my job and she doesn't need me to. I mean, she's an adult, but yeah, I don't like it.
I think that TechProtect is doing it the right way. I think TechProtect, he's kind of keeping his girl, his fiance out of it. He's not using his fiance as a prop like Boogie does. You know what I'm saying? He's not doing like that whole Desi thing and shit like that. Like Boogie uses Desi as a fucking prop. TechProtect kind of keeps her out of the, loop on most of the stuff, and she's just watching it.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's not like a puppet. I mean, she has agency. She'll decide if she wants to be on and what I just think is the funniest thing, and I don't even know if she's realized it or she cares, but I remember driving her and, her brother to, what age were they? Sarah was probably middle school. So, 6th grade. And, they were in the back talking about Boogie and talking about Keemstar. And these are people that they kind of came up watching on YouTube. And I think it's the coolest thing that she's just like hanging out with these people now. I don't know if she thinks that's cool, but I'm just like, I think not because they're like, oh my God, she's ascended to amazing people to hang out with, but I just think it's kind of cool that, she gets to have that experience, so. I see Wayne shaking his head like there's nothing interesting. I'm not saying they're good or bad people or they're interesting or not interesting. I'm just saying that it's neat how life kind of
something you don't know.
What?
You know how your boy over here has got to have Modelo in his hand at all times?
Yeah.
Dude, that's the entire fat camp. It's 50 people sitting around drunk as fuck. Like I think we spent $6,000 last year on fucking alcohol. I don't drink at all. Right. I think they spent $6,000 on alcohol in the 2 weeks of fat camp. Like it's just
a lot of alcohol.
And like you're complaining about like Turbo eating pizza. I'm like, when I was there, they didn't have food at all. Like that was part of my crash out. I hadn't eaten like fucking a week and a half, and it was like I'm living off water, and like it's like, oh, this is so fucking bad. I'm irritable. I didn't have my fucking medicine in me.
Yeah. Jessica Pizzle with $20 says Jaffe giving people the old one too. Also, Nightmare ran away from Jaffe. Nightmare ran away from Boogie. Nightmare doesn't want to fight. He wants to posture. Also, maybe Xylee hyping him up because she wasn't helping the situation yesterday. Look.
And then and Xylee hyping up Nightmare, but then trying to tell Nightmare not to fight is diabolical. Like if you're gonna hype somebody up and you're gonna talk shit, you stand out of the way. You know what I'm saying? And all these guys holding people back, just stand out of the way. Let these men go at it, bro.
You didn't get to see it yesterday, your mama, or maybe it was the day before, when Boogie and Nightmare had that whole fight about the pastry from Starbucks. Nightmare was sent off to like the pool area outside of this building, right? And he's out there fuming. He's smoking 2 cigarettes as fast as he can. Xylee got in her car, drove as fast as she could over to this building, and was like, Nightmare, you got to calm down. It's okay. It's not worth it. You don't want to get kicked out. And he goes, fuck, I don't give a fuck. Shut the fuck up. You're not going to tell me what to do. I'm a grown-ass man. Fuck out of here. And she's like, you're not talking to me like that, right? And, no, fuck you. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. If I'm going to go beat his ass, I'll beat his ass, blah, blah. And Xylee gave up on him. So I was like, all right, if you want to do it, be a man about it. But that's because it's Boogie, and she knows that's not happening. Last night, when there was the fight, she was like, you're a piece of shit, Tech. You're actually going to fight and blah, blah, blah. Because she knows there's a difference here. The chat saying I don't want to fight Nightmare, fuck off. I do want to have this fight. I want him to understand the consequences.
What are you proving, though? What are you going to prove?
It's not about to prove of anything. I now am attracted to the idea
that America is better than the Welsh. That's what he's going to prove. He's doing it for America, goddammit. He wants to prove that fucking America is better than the UK. And I believe that everybody.
Put on your red coat, Nightmare. Meet me at the fucking Gettysburg. We're going down.
No, I just put something together, yo, mama. You used to work with Nightmare. Is that why you betting against him?
No, because Nightmare used to talk a lot of shit, and he got a big ass mouth that I think that his fist cannot cash. I don't think people in the UK can fight like the people in America, and I want TechProtect to do it for America. I want him to do it in front of the American goddamn flag. I want him to whoop his ass and then put him in a flag. Because I don't put how many fighters in the UK? Joshua, he got his ass beat by Americans, okay? By American boxers, we run the goddamn world.
First off, Joshua's never lost to an American boxer.
But he lost to
a Ukrainian fighter. He lost to a Ukrainian man.
He was scared to fight one. Wasn't he afraid to fight whatchamacallit for a long time?
Well,
Wilder?
With the amount of money we have in Ukraine,
Wilder wanted his ass.
We own the Ukraine at this point.
He's been ducking Wilder for like 5-6 years. He didn't want no sauce.
There's a puncher's chance. There's a puncher's chance, but like I don't see Wilder doing anything to Joshua.
Thank you for the $20.
Good morning, Joshua. Want to fight him?
Thank you so much. We appreciate the support.
Money?
Yes, thank you so much, Trash Girl. We appreciate
at that level, it's all about money, man. Like at that level, but a lot of the top heavyweights in the world are British. I mean, England has a long history of fighting other countries. Yeah, they've lost some. They won a lot as well. Like. That's all they do is fight and fuck in England. That's it.
Wait. We whooped their ass in the revolution. We whooped their ass.
That's true.
We kicked the fuck out of them.
To be fair,
250 years of America
mixed up with the UK, though, right? I mean, the Irish are the ones that'll scrap with you, right? It's not really the UK will be like, excuse me, I'm about to swing. Are you good? Are you good?
Exactly.
But but the Irish will
exactly. If he was Irish, I give him a little bit. I give him a couple of more points. But since he come from Welsh, I don't even know where the fuck. I can't even point that out on the map. So I know he's getting his ass whooped. I know he's getting his ass whooped by a true American. Yeah, and after you whoop his ass, put him in American flag and send him back home. Like
you can't point Dagestan out on a map either. But most of the people from Dagestan would whoop your ass.
I can't point out Dagestan on a map.
Isn't that a land from The Hobbit? Is that a real place?
It's next to Mordor.
Dagestan?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's only two places that whoop ass: the Middle East and goddamn America. That's it. They know how to fight. So a few Muslims know how to fight too. I fought a couple of them. Goddamn, them motherfuckers can fight. They don't quit. But them and Americans, you can't whoop us. And that's why I got TechProtect whooping goddamn Nightmare's ass.
Look, I think the thing with Nightmare though, which is really interesting, is like and I don't know where she is. I know she's kind of. I get the sense she soft quit yesterday, but I would love Kimmy to come in because she apparently is sweet on the guy.
They're dating,
I have a theory that Nightmare behind the table is a good looking dude. Nightmare when he stood up finally at Fat Camp, which is the first time I'd ever seen him. I'm like, oh, he's a big boy. And I think maybe Kimmy realized, oh, I'm not into that because she's a very healthy lady. And now he's really upset and sad and mad and he's taking it out on everyone. And I'd love to hear Kim's take, but I don't know where she is, man.
Interesting. She saw the real Nightmare. Kimmy is.
I'm a little out. Is Kimmy the girl that was here last time I was here?
Yeah, she's the South African.
Yeah, she was like interning with us, but we're not quite sure if she's going to continue to intern with us.
They're long distance dating, her and Nightmare. So Jaffe's point is
because the smell
is that she got to see what he actually looks like and is like, oh, maybe not for me. Maybe it's over. Is that what you think, Jaffe?
So you think Nightmare's been iceberging, kind of like Gidgey had been iceberging all this time?
Yeah. I think he's really upset, and I think he's probably trying to show her like I'm still alpha, I'm still worthy, just because I look the way I do. Don't judge me on that. Is kind of what's happening. Because it's one thing to be a big guy or not a in shape guy and have my face or your face wings or Tech's face, because at least it matches. It's like nobody has any expectations. But when you have a face like Nightmare, he's a very good looking dude. And then you stand up and you reveal the body. You're like, oh, that's disappointing. Right. So he probably has a long history in his life of people going, oh. Right, and that's gotta wear on a guy.
Unless he's put a lot of weight on. Like Nightmare's not that big. Like he's like
but when you have a face like Nightmare's, which is he's probably the best looking male in the LCU. He's a very good looking, traditional, good looking guy. When you have a face like that and the body is even slightly off, and his is way more than slightly off, it's a very, it's almost like God got tired. It's like,
but Jaffe, you forget that Kimmy and Nightmare did FaceTime with each other, little sexy FaceTime. So I'm pretty sure she saw his body.
I don't know. There's a lot of things you can do to trick that. There's a lot of filters.
Well, yeah, if you didn't know,
your mom, I'm sure you're aware. DLSS5 from NVIDIA.
Shut
you don't
the
know.
Fuck up. I know your mom. You're aware. He uses a filter on his camera at home, right, for his face, and for his eyes. So who's to say? That now that he's on like an actual camera, it's like, oh well, that's what he looks like. Who knows?
Yeah, that's wild.
And I want to say, I'm not going for Nightmare because of any kind of bias. Like I like TechProtect. I think I have a better friendship with TechProtect than I do with Nightmare. I talk to him more often, but I just think Nightmare is more physically active than TechProtect is.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna.
I
get physical activity every day of the week.
Dude, tell Wing why you want the goddamn mini fridge.
So I don't have to get up. I can have my cold drinks next to my desk. But
how far away is the kitchen from where you sit?
I am doing an hour to an hour and a half of physical activity every night, except for like the 3 to 5 days.
Beating your dick don't count, bud.
Where the menstrual cycle gets.
And he plays the drums.
I gotta ask, you think I use a filter on my camera? The same filter you're using on the face cam right now, you fucking retard.
Well, turn your camera on. Turn your camera on.
Turn your camera on.
Dude.
Turn your camera on.
Where's your camera?
No.
Well, then it kind of defeats the point, man. Why did you become so mean? Is Xylee putting you up to this?
You can't filter it over in the dark. But whatever. The filter I use for my camera is the exact same thing on Tech's chubby fucking bitch face, bro. It's fucking hilarious. It's called saturation, you fucking clown. Cameras are naturally washed out.
Okay, whatever. But let's talk about your psychology. Why did you become like a bad guy? Did Xylee put you up to this? Well,
no,
you're like, you've always been a very sweet, nice guy. What's that?
It's never been
if
sweet.
If you watch the clip, Tech tried causing a stir between me and Xylee. I said it's jokes on him that he could be replaced by anyone, including a Christmas tree or Glammy on bus. Then he made a comment how I pussy out a fight, and I said, "We'll get the gloves then."
Yeah.
He instigated it. I'm not backing up.
Do you think Tech is not describing you correctly? He says you've been aggressive and kind of in everybody's face with this energy since you got there. You,
Boogie and him.
No, you with everybody.
Who?
Yeah, you've been.
He
you've
is
been
saying
on
you,
your high
Nightmare,
horse since you
have
came
been
to fat
this
camp.
way since
I'm-
you got
I'm
to
right
fat
here,
camp.
Jaffe.
Is that not accurate?
Yeah, you've been
who?
you've been on this high
You?
horse. I'm the
To
big
who?
bad. I can take anyone. You're big fucking bravado.
To who?
He won't say the first person, but we know who
to
the
a
first
ton of
person was
people.
on day one.
Who's the first person?
You've
It's
been
Boogie and him.
You've been this guy for the past 3 days of fat camp. You said get the gloves.
To who?
I'm giving you the opportunity.
To who? Name a fucking person, Tech. You're talking shit. To who?
I'm talking shit. Get the gloves. Actually, where are you right now?
Now he's
I'm in the
asking you
comfort zone.
answer his question. He's asking
I've been told
who
to
is
stay
he-
away. That's what I've been fucking told. To who? Who have I been fucking talking
Well,
shit?
here,
or
hold on.
threatening
The
with
front
violence?
gate's like right over there. Let's just go off campus.
Who
Nightmare.
have I been threatening
Always-
violence with? Answer the question,
You're
retard.
always
You're
doing-
making claims.
Nightmare, stop doing what you're told. Stop looking over at Keemstar asking for green lights. Bro, if you
He's
want to
boss
get,
man.
if you're a man, be a man. Be a man, bro.
Oh, your
No,
mama.
he's my
Don't
boss.
listen to your mom on this.
He's just
Like, if you're gonna do this, do it so you can make fucking money off of it. Get the fucking gloves.
Fucking right.
Well, I'm down.
I
to
want
do
to
it.
clip you.
I'm down to do it right
So
off
again,
campus, right
I've
there.
asked you a
Wings
question,
is
Tech.
becoming the
Who
new
have I
Don
threatened?
King.
No. You've been lying on my name for the last hour and a half. Who have I threatened with violence that isn't you? Oh, well, Boogie threatened me and you instigated with me. But who have I threatened with violence outright?
Nightmare. You want to stick on this point to try and like obfuscate
I mean,
for the fact
you-
that
you
Yeah,
could
I
say
I
Boogie.
wanted you to back up the claim that you've made live
come
on
fight
it.
me.
Yes.
Come fight me,
Please,
Nightmare.
explain.
Come do it. Let's go. I don't know where
What?
you're at. Come here.
You know
where I'm
Keem's
at.
told me to stay away, brother. Stop acting like Donnie Big Bollocks.
All right. Well, I'm sure you talked to Keem while I was sleeping to say, "Hey, can you convince Tech not to do the fight?"
You know what
I'm
I find
scared of TechProtect.
fascinating?
How
In
come?
the-
How
in the-
come
in the-
I went to
wait.
sleep and when I woke up, I'd have a
Here's the
conversation
funny
with
thing,
Keemstar
right?
about we can't fight no more.
Oh, it's like
Here's
two
the funny
chihuahuas
thing.
barking at each other.
No. Here's the funny thing, right?
The
When
funny
we were
thing
in
is
the
that you
theater
pussied
room,
out,
you were
Nightmare.
all no. Let me
You
talk.
pussied
Let
out
me
from this
talk. When
fight.
you were in the theater room, you were all bark, right? You come out to the back porch where I am. You're silent as a fucking mouse while I'm dancing there saying, I'm going to knock your fucking jaw off.
Nightmare,
That's
where
what
are you
happened.
right now?
Then you come to my fucking studio and try to grab me knowing there's other people in front of you to hold you back.
Nightmare,
Don't
where
act
are
like
you
you
right
know
now?
this shit, bro. I
Where
know
are
the
you?
game you play. You
Where
are weak,
you right
bro.
now, Nightmare?
Come to me and hit me first and see what the fuck happens.
Where
That's
are
all
you?
I'm
Tell
saying.
me where
If
you are. I'm
touch me,
heading
I
there.
destroy
Tell
you.
me where you are right now.
You know where I'm. I'm in Liberty House, bitch.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh my lord.
Hey, Tech, before you go, can you fix the camera? So,
fix the camera though.
yeah, Tech,
Hold the fuck
fix
up,
the
look.
fucking camera, dude.
This guy's about to fucking need bail money. You got bail
No,
money,
he's
Jaffe?
not. I do, but I'm not giving
No,
it
he's
to
not.
him.
He's good.
People are saying watch the clips. My biggest thing that he's fucked up is the fact that you don't leave the camera like this.
Well,
This
Nightmare,
is like
can
the
you turn
fucking
your
Brady
camera on?
Bunch
So,
Hollywood
Yeah,
Square
Nightmare.
shit.
Can you set your camera up on like a bookshelf somewhere so we can see the shit go down?
Yeah, seriously.
I got
Nightmare,
$100
at least
riding on this shit.
Save the fucking show, dude.
yeah, I got 100 too. I got 100. I got Tech, man. I got Tech going full charge. Fuck the gloves.
Oh, there we go.
Yes,
Thank you, Nightmare. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Some fucking professionalism around here.
I don't know what shit you asked Keemstar for me not to fight you. They don't want me to beat your ass, Nightmare.
Well, he opened up the door, Tech.
Dude, like,
He's right there.
Nightmare ain't that
there
big, Jaffe.
waiting.
Look at him. That's a normal dude, at least in America.
Yeah, okay. He's more of a normal
No,
dude.
he's a
You're right,
bottom heavy
you're right.
fat fuck. Anyways, they literally don't want me to do this. They won't let me go over there.
Fucking threaten me,
Just
Tech.
come here,
You
dickhead.
ain't fucking
The cameras
about
are
it, dude. Get
here.
fucked up.
The
My
cameras
name's
are set up
you
right
tubby
here.
diabetic bitch.
Come here, pussy.
Fuck you. Touch me
Tech,
first
you
and
are
see what
aware, you
happens.
are aware
I
of
won't
what the
break any
screen
rules,
looks like
but
right
I
now,
will
right?
defend
Yeah, I'm
myself.
aware of what the stream
And
looks
if I
like.
have to fucking wipe you on the floor, bro, I will. Best believe. I got
See,
dressed quick time for you.
Nightmare, I want to point out some strategy that Tech is using on you right now. Tech doesn't want to go to you because he knows that he has to walk across campus, and that's going to sap his energy.
Well, I was gonna
So he's going to be
drive.
down on stamina when he gets there.
Womp womp. I ain't touching anyone unless they lay hands on me first, unless I'm allowed to. That's the rule.
Then get it cleared. I don't know
If you
what
want to
conversation you had while I was
then-
sleeping to fucking Keemstar to say, please don't have Tech fight me. Please, I don't want this. Stop Tech Protect.
Then that's not what happened. You know the conversation he had with you before stream, brother.
Yeah,
That's not what happened.
he told me, oh, we can't do it. We don't have the equipment.
Everybody is saying
Nightmare
play
doesn't
the
want it.
clip, and I don't know what clip you guys want. I don't have any clips to play, guys. I'm sorry. I don't
If
have
you
any.
think that I went to Keem and asked Keem that I didn't want his fight, you are retarded.
All this rah-rah, and I'm woken up to, oh, you can't fight Nightmare anymore. We can't do it. Nightmare's not really in for it.
It
We don't
wasn't
have the
my
equipment.
decision, mate. I'm telling you,
Comes
for a
off as your
fucking
decision,
fact.
dog.
I'm
Comes off as
waiting.
you being scared about this
expecting
shit.
you to come here, brother. I'm ready. I don't think you understand.
Then
It wasn't my decision, that bitch.
Come here.
I'm not instigating a fight. I tell you to touch me
Okay,
first,
but if
and then I go
Nightmare
ham on your
comes
ass.
there, Tech, if Nightmare comes, are you at the table, Tech? Where are you?
I can't. I'm right behind it. I can just have the cameras for the table set up so it
What I'm
records
saying is,
everything.
can you fix the goddamn camera? Because if you're tuning into the stream, no one knows what the fuck they're looking at.
What do you mean?
But beyond that, though, yeah, if Nightmare is basically saying, I'm not going to touch anybody if as long as they don't touch me, then Nightmare is awake. He should just come sit at the table. We get a better shot, and you guys can at least argue it out.
Yeah, let's get that. Nightmare, get your ass over here. Let's sit next to each other on the table.
What do you say? I can't.
If he touches me, it's self-defense. But if I go out there, I'm instigating and I get in trouble. This is my job.
It's
But
not
if he comes here,
it's not
it's
self-defense. We're in
Okay, that's fair.
Texas.
That's fair.
You said you want to fight me. I said I want to fight you. They wouldn't call it self-defense. No one is in trouble here. It is just mutual combat in the state of
but
Texas.
you are, yeah, but your job is saying not to do it.
Self-defense. Simple as.
Well, Nightmare, you got to look at it like this. TechProtect is asking for a producer because he's by himself. So if you go down there, you're just basically helping him out. And then, yeah. So he needs some help.
Okay, if
So
you
you're
guys
not
don't,
actually.
if you guys don't think Nightmare, like you think Nightmare could take Tech, and I think the money is on Nightmare over Tech for a lot of people. Who at Fat Camp do you think Nightmare would struggle with to take on?
At Fat Camp?
Yeah, I mean Turbo could run him over with the scooter if he gets, but that's not going to go very fast.
He did fucking run me over. I've like bruised all up the side of my fucking hip from it. He got me fucking to the back.
Okay.
There's nobody there that's really strong. There's nobody.
I mean,
there
like
that's really
there's nobody. Yeah, like the only dude that even
I mean,
like
Steak could. Steak, absolutely.
no.
Steak is a very fucking athletic male. Yeah.
He's probably got
Steak has got no muscle mass.
He got no
No,
muscle.
you'd be surprised. It doesn't look like it on camera. He's got muscle mass. His arms look weirdly small on camera, but he's got big arms.
If you put a dress, could you wear a dress? Then maybe it would be even with you and Mike.
No. Like Mike's strong, but no.
It's the same thing, right? Like Boogie, why was I not fighting Boogie?
Nightmare.
Because he's a fucking old
someone
man.
in
He's
chat
huge.
said
That's not that.
Keem came into the gesture room, woke you up to tell you you can't fight Tech. Is that true?
No, he woke me up, took me in the back room, and explained the situation. Said I'm not allowed to. Yes.
Oh, then what are we doing?
Grim would be
Grim would be the alpha male. Yeah, 100%.
Grim is a very athletic
Grim
male
is strong as fuck. He wall climbs for like hobbies.
He rock climbs. Yeah, he's very athletic.
Right.
Grim would definitely win.
Like Grim was the only person stronger than me when I was at Fat
I
Camp.
won't fucking sugarcoat that shit. Well,
Although if you
don't
attack him,
know, but then again, I wouldn't play him. There's
he
no
won't see it coming because you'll know where he's looking. So that'll help.
Huh?
Where did Tech go?
I don't know. He's probably stewing.
I don't know, man. This is like Tech. Come on, man.
How far is that Liberty Room from where the fucking Tech?
It's a good 10-minute walk.
No.
Oh, 10 minutes.
Here's the thing, right? He instigated the fight. I'm like, dude, if he tells me I'm backing out fight, I'm like, well, get the gloves then. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I'm fucking fed up with the bullshit, dude. Like, he tried to cause a stir between me and my co-host. You know what that's doing? That's fucking with our bread. I'm sorry, but like you're like creating a false narrative.
How? Because he was saying, somebody said you were saying Xylee didn't know what she was doing, or he was trying to do something like that. That was the gist.
Yes, he was trying to cause a stir. He was trying to fuck with my bread, dude. And Xylee's bread. I don't fuck with that. I think that's it.
How was he fucking with your bread when you guys admittedly said that you do all the work and Xylee doesn't do anything? He just basically said what you already said on stream.
He was trying to bring it up as if I was saying it behind her back with malice, right? But I'm just regurgitating what she said in public on camera.
But that's what we are in the LCU. We stir shit. If somebody tells me something and I secretly tell the other person to get the other host to fight, that's what the LCU is about.
Yeah, but your mommy, you have to admit, even you're a little bit more fucking factual with your statements than fucking other people. You should,
but I mean,
don't get me wrong, but you don't do it like that. That's gay.
But I mean, you guys basically said this publicly, so it ain't nothing that Xylee has never ever heard before, and it didn't really cause a fight between you two. It just became you just told him like, "Yo, I already told her that." You know what I'm saying?
No point. To be fair, like I said, he's the one that instigated the fight. I just called him a bitch and said he could get replaced by a Christmas trio Glammy on bus, which is factual. Anyone could replace him on bus. It's literally got proven while he was traveling. Am I wrong?
Well, a little bit.
I mean, anyone can replace anyone. There are very few people in this universe that are, as this universe goes. I mean, Wings isn't here, and the universe is still going, right? I mean, and he founded the goddamn thing. So anybody that gets a big head on the, I mean, it's you know, we've all seen what happens when people leave if they are coming into this without fans already, or you know, a level of talent or promotion ability or whatever. It doesn't go well. So anybody who thinks that they can, you know, I mean, everybody's easily replaceable in this particular job. I have found. That's what I think.
No, I'll say this: a key component on Crypt, yes. Do I think he's a key component on Bus? No.
I would agree with that, but I also don't think. I mean, I don't think you're a key component on Live either. Not because you're not good, but because how many people have that's a revolving door, right? I mean,
I don't think I'm a key component on Live at all by any means.
I gotta admit, I'm getting a little irritated. I've asked everybody to lower the fucking temperature, and
you've been talking shit about me non-stop this stream, bro. Like, what you want me to do? Like, fucking stay quiet and be a bitch? Like, he's literally been saying, I want to fight him, I'm going to fight him. And then he's asked me to come over and instigate, bro. I'm telling you, like, this is fucking, like, you want me to step away? You told me not to do anymore. He's painting a false narrative.
We spent 30 minutes talking about game design, dog. This stream was not about you, right? Of course, Jaffe was going to ask questions.
This stream is literally replayable.
Jaffe was going to ask questions about it. Wings wanted to ask questions about it. We talked about it. And the entire time, like, Keem doesn't want it to happen.
Are you
have the right equipment.
confirming or denying what I just said, though, that you said?
I think we're avoiding the fact that Tech ran and got Daddy.
I think we're avoiding the fact that this camera is going to drive me fucking crazy. Can you please fucking fix the goddamn screen?
Nobody went and got me. I was laying in my bed, relaxing before the busy day here today, and I got notified that I need to head down to the studio. So we jumped in the car.
So like, here's a question, Keem. Like, why are you against this boxing match? Like, is it just like, you don't want anybody to get hurt?
There's no way I can reasonably think that things will be safe. We do not have the equipment to have a safe sparring match. We don't.
So you just can't just like have a couple contracts signed, releasing liability, throw them out there with a couple 12-ounce gloves, and what happens.
Look, I'm not a complete amateur, right? Like the owner of Happy Punch, I've set up boxing matches. I mean, I've set up the Wings versus Boogie.
So it's an optics thing then.
No, I know enough to know that we don't have enough equipment here to be somewhat safe. It's like irresponsible. They have Walmart boxing gloves here that are like it's basically like concrete.
6 ounces.
It's not. There's no cushion at all. Like it's literally like as hard as a fucking rock. It's not a real boxing glove. It's like cheap bullshit.
Amazon will do it overnight.
Wings wants this so bad.
Well, we're in the process of getting proper equipment, but we ain't doing anything unless we have proper equipment.
But can we get you on the record say like you will try to make this happen before the end of Fat Camp?
As long as the temperature lowers, right, where it ain't that serious. Because here's one thing, right? Someone catches an elbow, it's a sparring match, and then next thing you know, it's like completely out of fucking control again, like it was last night.
But that's why you have them sign, right? That's why you have them
They've
sign.
already
Because if you get
signed.
your elbow,
If they
anybody can sue anybody for anything, and if suddenly somebody goes home with a concussion and they don't know they have a concussion and they get home and something happens, then it's such a fucking headache. Lawsuits are a nightmare.
everyone
know.
has signed a waiver where if they die at fat camp, they agree not that I'm not liable, right?
But you can still get sued though. You're still going to get dragged into court.
You can get sued for anything, but still,
Yeah.
it's just like, this is my event. Like, I'm going to go out of my way to make sure no one's getting hurt.
Yeah, but yesterday you said that they can hit each other with one arm, with one hand. So is that lowering the temperature or heightening the temperature?
Okay. I'll tell you what's lowering the temperature. Kicking your ass from this fucking Discord call right now. That's what's lowering the temperature.
I mean, I'm just saying the one hand thing was happening and then it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So
that
Nightmare,
happened,
I got a question for you.
You disappeared from my fucking call. That happened.
There was a theory thrown around the room here that you've been a little aggressive because like Kimmy's seen your full body and she's not about dating you anymore. Can we put that one to rest? Like, how do you feel about that one?
That's what I said. That was mine.
Dude. Yeah, no, I know.
I don't know where she is, by the way. Where is she?
She's very work heavy at the moment, like IRL job shit. So she's taking priority of that, which is like, good for her. She got to get her bread.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's not like she saw you and said, "Oh, this guy's not what I thought."
No, dude, we still be speaking. We're having a good time.
Okay. Why is TechProtect sitting like he's in timeout back there?
I'm out the producer chair. Keem's on the producer chair now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And look, about the one-handed thing, that's goofy. That's content, right? But it got way more serious. And it was like, no, dude, I'm not going to let someone get hurt.
I wish there was a way to safely, quickly express it. Like I don't know what it's almost like. How do you
wrestle?
How do you
wrestle?
What's maybe I don't know. What do you do?
I just think it's afraid of the unknown because you had TechProtect the other day, drunk as fuck, opening beard bottles with a open bladed axe on the table.
Team, here's my idea: ban me and Tech from drinking.
Wait, will that work?
For the rest of Fat Camp, me and Tech are not allowed to drink alcohol.
It's a bigger hit to me than it is for you, I think. But I mean, fuck it, dude.
Exactly.
Oh,
I'm
not fly in Dr. Phil. And have
I'm
him
not
go to therapy.
I'm not gonna ban you, but if you both agree to do that, I think that's a good idea.
I don't care. I don't need alcohol.
Were you both sauced up the other day in the confrontation?
No, I wasn't sauced up at all. I was sober.
Oh, I drank for sure.
I just don't. Here's my thing, right? What pissed me off yesterday, the reason why I lunged towards you is Phantom got injured in the process of you being taken down because you can't control your temper, right?
I checked on Phantom. He didn't get injured. And by the way, if I wanted to, I'm pushing through both those people. All right. Like, I understood that if I was going to push through Phantom and Steak, I would have injured one of them, if not both of them. So I decided I'll take the fall.
Okay.
And you can ask Phantom. I checked on him right afterwards.
Okay.
I would still beat your ass, though. Honestly, I'd win.
There it goes. Testosterone, baby.
I think you guys need to both go out. We need to raise $1,000 right now. You guys both have to spend the night in the center of the island. And there's like a little island there.
Snake Island, yeah.
And you guys have to just figure out how to get back together or something.
I'm chill until he started slide dogging my show on me. That's where I'm at.
The issue with
it's an ego thing, absolutely. But at the same time, Tech runs his fucking mouth and then complains about me having an ego when his is literally built on Amberlin Reed.
Today,
it's fucking baffling.
Today, you were in the fucking side chat of the YouTube stream, fucking talking shit about, oh, fuck you know don't know what the fuck you're talking about, blah, blah. Trying to start shit again.
I was flexing you.
Then you joined the fucking call, rah again, trying to be all this big boy. What happened?
You mean what you were doing the entire stream? You realize you can watch the VOD, right?
Watch the VOD. Every time you come up is because it's been a question from Jaffe or Wings.
Oh, so the beginning of the stream wasn't you saying, "Oh, I want to be that."
The beginning of the stream was me talking about why we're not fighting.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Because that's what we both got told. It's not.
You're using the fact that they asked you questions as a crutch for you being a fucking retard and not letting it go, like we were both told to do.
Watch the
And as
beginning.
Kim
Watch the
confirmed,
beginning of the
it wasn't my
stream.
decision to let it go.
Watch the beginning of the stream. It was exactly what I was supposed to do. Talk about how we're not
I
going to
did
have the
watch the
fight.
beginning of the stream. I watched the entire
We're
time.
not going to have the fight because we don't have the proper equipment. Keem doesn't want it to happen. That was what happened at the beginning
You
of the stream.
lied on my name. You said that I said that I was. You said that I said to Sarah that she was going to be a widow. That's not true at all. That was Turbo
That's
that
what
said that.
Turbo
I never
said.
said that
was
at all. I said I was
corrected
going to smile on their
afterwards.
face
Again,
afterward.
this
And I
shit
said, I hope she
happened
still says
like
yes.
7 hours ago, right? I woke up to getting all this information, and then I got corrected about it. I'll tell you, if it was Turbo that said it, it was Turbo that said it. But you did talk shit about how you're gonna knock me out, and then laugh in my girl's face about, oh, do you sure? You're still sure? Yeah,
I said I was going to
that's
smile on their
bitch
face.
behavior.
I said, I hope she still says yes afterwards.
Your girlfriend
Yes.
works on Crypt as an intern. I don't talk shit about her because I'm upset with you, right? You want to go over the edge and bring in partners in this shit. That's fucked up.
Well, okay, to be fair, as the father of the subject, I don't get the sense he was talking shit to my child. If he was,
no,
I would be on a plane and I would be fighting him. To hell with what Keemstar wants.
I think
so, but that's not what happened. From what I
think Sarah's a very sweet lady. I've spoken to her. She's a very lovely lady. I wish her no ill will or harm at all, obviously. The whole reason why I brought her up in that equation was because I think you were acting macho because she was there. And that's why I wanted to test that. And you proved me right.
No, the thing is, you want to get the gloves. I'm gonna let you enjoy that. All right.
You're the one that instigated the fight first. You refuse to say that you have, but literally
If
the clip
you think
played
instigating the
proves that
fight
you
was
did.
saying that you pussy your way out of fights so
Guys,
far,
what are we doing? We're not
Then you
fighting.
say
First of all,
that I've
we're
been
not fighting.
threatening.
There's no safe way to fight. We're not fighting. We need to lower the temperature, right? If this was some goofy content where y'all are going to spar or whatever, let's just see what happens type shit.
How about we put the fighting off to the side? How about we put them like in a best of 3 contest series and winner takes the pride? Like maybe
Like
a game of
Mario Kart,
basketball,
what the fuck
maybe
you
like
mean?
a little run game.
Oh, make it
Something
a fucking
physical.
Yeah. We have a gym here, right? There's 2 treadmills. Let's do an endurance run to see who can run the longest. Let's do a fucking lift off. Who can lift the most?
You set yourself up for failure.
And then
bud.
we'll do a trivia game at the end. It'll be all 3. Your brains, your muscle, your endurance.
I mean, you can do that.
Yeah, forever,
You're
dude.
gonna lose the first 2, and you are. Come on.
I'm
man.
outlifting everyone in this fucking fat camp for sure.
We'll figure out.
That's a lie.
We'll figure out a fun way to settle this, but again,
I'm not wheeling your cripple ass around this house when you get back, just so you know. So you prep.
All I'm saying is, I didn't appreciate that you were trying to put it across as if I slighted Sarah. That's not the situation at all. I didn't appreciate that you lied and said I threatened a bunch of people when I
just said you
at
purposely
school.
brought her
I'm
up.
not done talking yet.
I don't give a fuck.
When
You're
I
on my
asked
show,
you
pussy.
who I fucking
You
threatened,
purposely brought
you
her
couldn't
up,
name a
and you
single
said it was
person.
to instigate.
At the end of the
yes,
day,
you
Ted,
dumbass.
you
If you're the one saying
narrative
that, that's
and
why you
talk a
brought
lot
her
of
up.
lies for that.
You're the one doing that, idiot. That's not. You can't just fucking. I wasn't doing it for her. You just said.
No one cares. I can tell you.
Girl.
I can tell you guys right now. No one cares about the points that you're trying to prove right now. This is just we're looping. It's been looping, right? It is what it is. You guys are mad at each other. You want to fight each other, but we're not doing that.
I got the first quest. Which one you could go find a snake and hold it live?
I'm literally reptile trained, bro. That's not hard.
That's not hard. Of course it's hard. What are you talking about?
No, Jesus Christ.
Dude, there is so many snakes at that place they're at. They're everywhere.
You're gonna find a snake, and then you're gonna just pick it up.
No, Jaffe, they are fucking everywhere here. It's very easy to find a snake.
So everyone's saying I need to send Tech home or send Nightmare home. I'm not sending anyone home because neither one of them have done anything to be sent home yet.
No, this is entertainment. This is what entertainment looks like.
I don't think Tech should be sent home beyond all the shit. I think that's retarded.
We got 1,500 motherfucking viewers here.
But also,
you need to be sent home whoever suggested that.
But also with Yo Mama and like other people that are trying to instigate something to happen. I mean, they don't give a fuck. Like Yo Mama's just gonna watch, right? No one's, gonna sue him, and his company isn't gonna crash and burn because there was violence at a live event. He's completely off the hook, right? I'm not. I'm the one that has to be responsible here, and I'm going to be.
This is patty cake. Like this fight lasts 30 seconds at most. Black eye is the worst outcome.
Okay.
Probably.
But I am probably gonna, as soon as this show ends, I'm gonna go to 2K or WWE 2K and make models of Tech and Nightmare and have them fight in that.
Oh, that would be interesting.
See, now inflatable sumo suits on the island. Now that's what we're talking about. I can, pretty much guarantee
so
their
much
safety,
Keem,
and that would be hilarious.
There's no guarantee of safety there. Those rocks are wet as fuck. The chances of them falling and hitting one of those sharp rocks is way more damaging than they do each other with their fists.
Not
Me and
island.
Tech are not going to sue over a fucking pebble hitting our ass, bro.
Yeah, it's fine.
The island is
do it in a field. Do it in the field, then, and just have whoever rings out the other person 3 times.
The island is just grass to water. There's no sharp rocks on the island.
Oh shit! Then go do that. That sounds great. I'd watch that. I don't watch any of this stuff.
Just think about it. A major sumo battle, like the first one that touches the water's out.
And Tech has the advantage on that one, unless his stamina can't keep up.
Moon Bunny. That's
I'm
a good
not
idea,
that
buddy.
fat,
Thank you for
Wings.
the
I'm
super
not
chat.
that fucking big. All right, I'm a bigger guy. But
Okay, so you're willing to do it?
yes, of course I'm going to do it.
Okay, we settle
Nightmare,
it today.
you want to do that?
We settle it today on live on the island.
Can you get sumo suits in time?
I'm just gonna
strap some fucking pillows to these bitch motherfuckers.
I'm just gonna make
shit.
them.
If not, it'll just have to get delayed, but we'll get it done.
No fighting.
Get a Walmart order like 80 pillows, have them duct tape the pillows to them.
Yeah, and you can't use your hands, right? You got to put them behind your back or something. I mean, you can't because you don't want it to devolve into
Chest.
punches.
Yeah.
We'll think of
refereeing?
something. I'm gonna need more time to think about it, but we'll do something.
BB Phil, thank you for the 10 euros. Jaffe and Tech did a great job providing an atmosphere where Wings can flourish and have fun. It's been so cool to see our old school beloved podcast Wings back in action. I like Wings on Cribs. He's always had a fun time here.
Yeah, thanks for calling in, Wings. I'm gonna head out now that I know no one's gonna get hurt.
All right.
Nobody's gonna get hurt anyway. This is like two chihuahuas barking at each other. They could have been in the same room. You're lucky this chair's keeping me from you.
Oh Lord!
All right,
I'm way too redneck for the LolCow universe.
You did what now?
Redneck.
Oh yeah, well, that's all right. That's all right.
Have a good one, guys.
See you, dude. Well, that was interesting. That was fun.
Yeah. It's an interesting dynamic. Welcome back, TechProtect. Make your camera a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Let's see that beautiful bean footage.
Here we go. All right.
So Tech, you just made a statement that you're not that big, right? And that to me as a fat dude, it's like, okay, like I'm not a complete insignificant man when it comes to some things, right? That's what you're basically telling me.
What I'm saying is like, I may be a larger guy, but I'm not like I'm unable to do these tasks because I'm that large type of guy. I'm still, I have youthfulness in me. I can still go out and have a fight if I want to have a fight. It's not going to be like world ending for me. And also, I don't think I have 10 seconds or 15 seconds in me. I think I have like a full 3 minutes.
You think so?
I do.
A boxer's got to train just to get a full 3 minutes. I mean, that's a round, right?
Bet money you don't got 3 minutes in you in a fight.
I think I do.
Isn't a boxing round 3 minutes?
Yeah, normal rounds 3 minutes.
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
There was a fight just recently called Super Hot Fire. He faced a guy named Gypsy Crusader. And he had motivation on this fight, right? Because Gypsy Crusader was a racist, calling the N-word to his face, that kind of thing, right? So like he was representing most of the black community in this fight. He wanted to knock the racist out with the SS tattoo on his chest, right? They lasted a minute and a half before they were gassed. And they were guys that were much smaller than you in much better shape. Like fighting is one of the most tiring, exhausting things you can do as a human being.
I mean, I'm aware.
And I like it's not a slight when they give you 15 to 30 seconds. That's the average time most people can in a fight. Like, let me ask you a question, Tech. How many minutes have you been in a fight in your life?
Most?
How many minutes? Like if you had to accrue every ounce of fighting, and I'm even counting like walking around in a circle, all time. How many minutes have you been in a fight?
Fuck if I know hours. Again, I did boxing.
You've not been in no hours.
When I was in high school, I did boxing 4 years. I was in wrestling for 4 years.
Did you?
Yeah, I did BJJ.
Okay.
This is what I did when I was in my youth, right? And then since
I didn't know this.
Yes, and then I I have like a back injury and a knee injury that prevents me from like doing a lot of cardio, but I still like to maintain my muscle mass. I'm still a stronger guy, right? I do. Jaffe, cover your ears.
All right, so you said you did boxing for 4 years. Can you stand up and do a little shadow boxing for us? What was your go-to combo?
No, the last
no,
time, the last time I was in a stance was 9 years ago. Okay, and now I have an extra 150 pounds in my body or some shit.
Yeah, I know Farnsworth is right. Tech did everything always. It's like
I know, dude. Fuck me for having a fulfilling life.
But the thing is, the fact that you don't want to do it lets me know that you know that you can't.
I know.
What you
look,
used
if
to
I'm
do.
gonna get into a fight, I know I'm gonna look awkward as shit. I know it's gonna be like clippable.
If you're unwilling to do it with nobody fighting against you, why are you willing to do it with somebody actively hitting you back?
Well, in the moment, do it for the moment. I saw the clip of you shadow boxing on stream. And
it's terrible.
People were like, "Oh my god, look at this!" But I bet back in your day, right, when you were younger,
there was no back in my day. I'm terrible. Wow. I'm a 400-pound man.
Were you always 400 pounds, even when you were like fucking 18, 20?
I was always 400 pounds. I started out like 8.5, but like, I was never a boxer, right?
Look, I'll do it in the moment if the moment comes up. But to like do it just seems like no reason. I mean, I'm just gonna get clip farmed, and it's just gonna be like, look at his fucking jiggles and shit. I'm willing to take the jiggles if there's an actual fight happening, but for me just clowning on myself and in my fucking terrible body look is dumb. Yeah.
I just like that there's all these fat fucks sitting around talking like
about
Tyson and it's like you're not gonna do shit.
Cali
you're gonna sit there and drink and take your ass back home to Cal. That's what you're gonna do.
$5. Rewind the stream. Jaffe shook his head and laughed when Tex said he used to do BJJ and boxing. Father-in-law thinks you're a clown, buddy. True. Mirumu, thank you for $10 with no comment. We appreciate that every time. We appreciate you.
And I don't want to be put on past glory here because I beat a nobody, right? But like I did do 6 weeks of training with a championship level boxer trainer. And like I wouldn't be confident enough to want to be talking the game you're talking right now.
Yeah. Keem doesn't want it to happen until it's whatever approved.
I like the sumo idea. The sumo idea sounds like a lot of fun to watch.
I think it should be part of a 3-man series though. I think you should like literally do like the quiz and everything. Cause like the sumo's fun. It is. Maybe a game of fours.
Look, I don't know if
sumo wrestling and then like a quiz.
But I don't think anybody there could take Tech and trivia. It's disturbing how much he knows about trivia. It's gross. I worry.
It's autism. It's the superpower.
I mean, it really is disturbing. It's disturbing.
Give me
Jaffe, I hope you go back and watch the clips of your future son-in-law. I really don't care.
I need to be off camera for a little bit. They need to set up for gay. One moment. You guys keep talking.
Okay. I mean, look, man, what is real? What is part of the show? I don't fucking know, and again, I will say I find it kind of insulting to my child when everyone's like, Jaffe, you should come get your kid. If my kid's in physical danger, I'll be there in a heartbeat, but she's a grown up, man. And whatever you may think positive or negative of somebody said a game of 7 minutes in heaven. Yeah, exactly. Nightmare in Tech in a closet. Whatever you may think of Tech or good or bad or Nightmare or whatever. I mean, she has agency. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to, I will be there if she needs me to take care of her because that's what I do. But at the same time, she knows, they know what they're getting into. I think it's kind of misogynistic to assume that she's not self-aware enough to be able to determine who she wants to marry. It's not my problem. It's not my business.
What do you think your daughter sees in Tech? Like, what does she like about?
Somebody asked her that yesterday. I think Tech is a very sweet, loyal guy. I think he's a very smart guy. And I think they, care for each other. Not just in terms of emotionally, but I think they complement certain things that each other, are strong and also deficient in. So, I don't, but I mean,
they're not married yet. So like, what kind of father-in-law are you going to be? Are you going to be the one that wants them to give you a goat, or are you going to be the kind that helps with the wedding?
Well, I don't have any interest in either of those things. A goat?
Well,
What
I
am I
was
doing
saying
with a
like
goat?
some fathers like this is like goes back to like England, like oh they would trade their daughter for some land or a goat or a cow, like the
Oh,
kind
I
of thing,
see.
like where it's they to give you a patronage, right?
I
Versus like
I
the kind
don't
of father
care.
that pay for
And
the
I don't,
wedding.
I care for my daughter with all my heart and soul, obviously, and I'm there for her. But I don't really believe in marriage. But they do, and so I'm excited for them. They're excited for it, but I'm not. It's not my job to give away my daughter. Right? It's my
Mhm.
job is to be a dad as long as I can, and hopefully even beyond that, depending on what happens after we
Right, right,
die.
right. But if your daughter was like dating like not tech, but like say dating like somebody who was a druggie, right? You'd obviously step in and be like, "Yo, this not a good choice."
Well, I will give her my opinion. And if she was a teenager, yeah, but she's 22 years old, right? I mean, she's not a moron. She's very bright. I'm going to say to her, I have said, hey, I think Tech drinks too much. I have said to her and Tech, this is not a secret. I really hope Tech gets some of his health issues under control. And I know he wants that as well. But, it's,
Hi, everybody.
I,
That was
I,
LolCow Crypt. Unfortunately, that is the time we have allotted to us today. We're going to have to send you over to LolCow Gay now.
You should read the donations if you can.
Let me see. What came in? Fan funding. Tech is the same amount of minutes fighting as he does starting companies, having secretaries, mingling with billionaires. Thank you. Appreciate that. We're at everything else. Rewind the stream. My money's on Drunk Tech. Thank you. We got to the BB Phil. That one said Inflatable Islands. Keem read that. Keem's right about the temperature. Hosts are struggling to be adults. Tech, crews, and big dockets. And dockets are doing best. There are bigger issues behind the scenes. Nightmare, I'll give you $500 directly. Tech, you need to stop the drinking. It is getting bad, and it's hard to watch for sure. P. Bravado Keem fears your mama confirms, afraid of the truth, and only wants nonsensical yes man. Abdul says, okay, but now kiss. For me, a nightmare. This is like Jake Paul type of promoting for people who were bottle-fed Mountain Dew, but I'm here for it. Tech, I've watched a lot of Fat Camp, and you have been 10 times the asshole that Nightmare has. You talk shit, you're belligerent, your words. Thank you, fuck you. Keem literally came into the dressing room. Okay, I read that one. And I think we're caught up. That seems it. All right. We're sending over to LolCow Gay, where they are pay for play. Don't count them out today. They have some shit that's hella gay.